welcome to tonight's game between Union High School and Summit Academy Bears. Mark Winterton here. Joining me also is Ryan Luke, and we've got a fun home opener, season opener tonight.
Yeah, not only season opener, but we have a brand new stadium opener. It's a big time game for the Union Cougars, kicking it off against a really good Summit Academy football team. Played in the state championship last year, and it's fixing to be a pretty good shootout.
Well, Union opened against Summit Academy last year, also in at Summit Academy, and so and they kind of got blown away a little bit last year. So
yeah, not much, but you got to take that with a grain of salt. Summit Academy went on and had a 9-2 season and played for the state championship and barely lost to Juan Diego at the end. So it's not like Union played some ho-hum team. They had a good team that put a good product out on the field. And then this year they have a lot of good returning players. The ones that are returning are quality players.
Not only that, Union's got to come into a brand new school, brand new stadium. And how about the atmosphere tonight? L&L Motor and Berry Petroleum doing the sponsorship on the tailgating. A lot of tailgating activities. Did you see the footballs they're giving away? Well, I'm sure you have, because they're all over the place.
Yeah, it's a good atmosphere, and this is how it should be. I mean, this is Friday Night Lights, and you go around in this, and you and I were talking about this before the game, Mark. This is something special, and you want to have this sense of community and the sense of pride in your team in this new stadium and what's going on, and you definitely can see it here and feel it tonight. Like you said, the activities outside, the team's jazz, and the field is gorgeous. It's just beautiful. You walk out on there, and you feel the surface, the playing surface. It's just a gorgeous stadium.
That is that would be a fun field to play on. Let's go back. Let's go back a few years. Let's talk. We had an opportunity to catch up with some of the coaches. Ryan, go ahead and just fill us in of what some of the both Coach Labrum and Coach Hamilton had to say.
Yeah, talking to Coach Labrum, and it's fun to kind of pick his brand year to year, and that's the beauty of high school sports is things can change. You only have 4 years to keep a kid in the program. So going back, but you look at some of the kids that he mentioned, and one of the questions we asked were who are your top 3 players that you need to have an impact from or that you expect to have an impact, and he obviously kicked it off with Lincoln Labrum. And if you look at Lincoln Labrum, he looks the part. You know, he's a big kid, and he's put some good weight on, solid kid, the way he walks, he has a pretty good moxie to him. And he has the size and strength that you're looking for. He also mentioned Caden Hyder, and I think Caden needs to play a big role as a playmaker this year. They need somebody to be a little bit dynamic with Gage Roberts gone. Some of those players, they need that to happen. And Colby Hyder, the heart and soul of the defense, the Hyder twins. And so he mentioned those 3 players as the top impact players that he needs for this game.
Union will be playing in their black jerseys. They got their yellow pants tonight. Going to be a little bit, it's almost the exact same color as Summit Academy's whole get-up.
Yeah, you're going to have, hopefully you throw it to the right guy tonight is I guess what we should say.
So, Summit Academy coming out with, those are University of California colors there.
That's right. That's right.
I mean,
Cal.
almost the exact same jersey, but they are the Bears. So.
They are the Bears.
And we talked to Coach Hamilton. Coach Hamilton, what did he have to say?
Well, Coach Hamilton brings really unique coaching experience. He has state championships at the 5A level. When it was just 5A, he coached at Alton, then he went on to coach at Pleasant Grove, took a little hiatus, came back to Summit Academy, and took him from a 2A program now to a 3A. He's talking about 3 players that he expects to really have an impact for him. Number 10, the quarterback. He's a transfer in, and here's something that you and I didn't know, Mark. He mentioned that the juniors and seniors, you can now not transfer in unless you move in to the boundaries of the school. So this quarterback played at Westlake last season, and now he's going to be the quarterback this year for Summit Academy, number 10 out there. He talked about number 25, who's his running back, and we actually just had a chance to speak to his father a little bit about that.
Talmadge Brown.
Talmadge is getting some college looks. He's a big kid, about 5'10", 5'11", 195 pounds, and you and I saw him. He's solid. He has to have an impact.
Now, was it you that told me he was a wrestler?
He was a wrestler, is a wrestler. Currently, once a wrestler, always a wrestler. And so he's looking to have a big impact. And then the other guy they talked about is number 28, and that's going to be Carson Wheaton. And he's a linebacker. Defensively, he's the heart and soul again of the defense. He runs sideline to sideline really well, closes on the ball really well, and makes a lot of plays. So that's who Coach Hamilton mentioned for his top players that he wants to see an impact from.
A few quick notes I think you should note is Cougars going to be without 2 of their starting linemen, both defensively and offensively, in Loni Latui and Tavita Kafusi. Both those guys out with some injuries. And I'm not sure how long they're going to be. I know Tavita, they said October. Loney, I don't know how long he will be out.
Last I heard, Loney's week to week. I know Tavita's going to be out 4 games, is what they said.
And Summit Academy coming in healthy, but number 25, Talmadge Brown, coming in. They said a little bit of strained, couldn't get the leg warmed up.
Yeah, the groin. We saw him up on the sideline. He was kind of doing some stretching moves and trying to loosen that groin up. Hopefully he can be 100% and go. And I'm actually looking at him right now, and he's kind of working on it, doing little moves outside of it, jogging around.
Yeah,
so
you can see him running there across the 40 towards midfield here on our camera view, as he'll be moving around trying to keep that stretched out and get it warmed up.
He has a little limp on him. You can see it.
Little
Look
bit.
at him. He has a little limp on him.
A little bit, and that may affect him. We are about ready to get started. We got a minute 30 before we go to our national anthem. Real quick, I guess, we want to thank all of our sponsors making this possible, because without these guys, we would not be here tonight being able to bring you live coverage of Union High School sports. Ashley Regional Medical Center, Jones Paint and Glass, L&L Motor, Moon Lake Electric, Strata Networks, United, operated by Sky West, Utah State University, and Ute Tribal Enterprises. So a big thanks to all of the sponsors as we get ready to come underway. We're gonna go away to a quick break, and we'll be back.
As my team and I have looked at all of the services we're now providing and the growth that has occurred, it's obvious to us that we're not just a local TV station anymore. And we need a name and a brand that represents us as the media company that we are today. VTV Channel 6 is now V6 Media. To me, V6 Media represents our passion, innovation, our company's vision for the future. And we can't wait to see what's next.
We are back. Mark Winterton along with Ryan Luke as the Cougars take the field here as they come out onto the field and getting ready to face Summit Academy. It is Teacher Appreciation Night tonight, and several teachers out there have been invited by the players, as Brent Felstead is kind of figured in as the, that is loud, isn't it? You can hear everything. So, anyways, Brent Felstead is the teacher that they are honoring tonight. Presenting the game ball, as we will get ready here for the national anthem. Quick thanks to our sponsors. Special thanks to United Express, operated by SkyWest, for sponsoring tonight's live coverage. United Airlines, operated by SkyWest, they're committed to being the Basin's portal to an entire world of travel. And, of course, Utah State, be an Aggie in the Unibasin. No matter where you attend, your diploma will have the same 3 renowned words: Utah State University. Visit unibasin.eusu.edu for more information, or you can call 722-1700 to get started. And Ute Tribal Enterprises, it's the fastest growing tribally owned enterprises in the state of Utah with 9 operations. UTE prides itself in offering the very best products and services to their customers. There is the team out there presenting that honor to Brent Felstead. Brent was our principal, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. You know, I actually talked to Brent before the game, sat down with him, and he's done some retired 2008. He's done a couple of good things since then, and so he's happy to be happily retired. Let's put it that way. But
happy
enjoying
to
life.
Be happily retired.
He's happy to be happily retired.
We went with him on a trip because he does those trips, the Brent's tours.
Yeah.
And you know what? Awesome. Have you ever been?
Well, I went to Cancun, Mexico with him.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Okay, I went to Belize with him in January. It was amazing.
Well, I did mine when we were in, I think it was after my 8th grade year.
Oh, okay. That was back in the old junior high days.
That was back, well, coming into high school, yeah. So we know how Brent operates internationally. Got to keep an eye on that guy.
Yes. You know what? He's fun.
Yes.
He is. He's a lot of fun. I think we're getting ready to. Imagine we're getting ready to start the national anthem. I'm waiting for this. I'm excited for this. Braxton Jepson's doing the national anthem tonight. Oh, we got captains meeting first. Our captains are for the Cougars: Caden Hyder. Let's see, Colby Hyder, Brig Edwards, and
Chase Burchell.
Chase Burchell. Yeah, I'm like looking at numbers. Who's our captains? let's mark those guys. That's a captain. That's a captain.
And good selections. These are kids that are going to contribute and have contributed for years. And you look at the two Hyder boys coming along. Interestingly enough, Coach Labrum, when we were talking to him and talking about some of the impact players, obviously he mentioned both Hyders, but he said the person who's made the most progress this year in fall camp has been Caden Hyder. Said he's come on quite strong. He's really worked on his game. Route running has been really big for him, and defensively he will contribute too.
Now, the one player that I think we probably I want to keep my eye on is a sophomore, and that's Raiden Dietz.
Yeah?
That's the one player I'm curious to see how he comes out. He's probably going to get a lot of playing time tonight, is my guess. Now, if he doesn't, I'll be surprised. But anyways, that's one player. To my understanding, he didn't play football last year, but started as a freshman for baseball, for the baseball team, and was an amazing hitter for the team.
Yeah.
A very skilled player, and so that's one to watch, and that's number 7 is Raiden Dietz.
You know, looking at some of the players for the Cougars here, and you're looking at Lincoln Labrum on here on the sideline throwing the ball, and his throwing motion is really a lot more compact this year. He doesn't wind up as much. He's throwing it from his ear, getting a quick release. And with Union and their offensive line, now Union's has a solid offensive line. When everybody's healthy, is 4 out of 5 returning starting offensive linemen, but not a lot of depth. And so he has to be quick with the ball, help himself instead of just having the offensive line help him the whole time.
Well, and he's done a lot of different camps. They've sent him to a lot of different quarterback camps, and so it looks like we're going to get ready for the national anthem here. We'll get ready here for the national anthem. Well, they do have the flag up. See, they didn't have a flag pole. They just barely put that flag pole up within the last 2 days.
Hopefully that concrete's dry.
No, that was the worry. Is the concrete dry? And Braxton Jepson will play the national anthem here.
Thank you, Braxton. How about that electric guitar?
Braxton Jepson, how about that?
That was one of the cooler national anthems I've heard in a while.
That is my guitarist in my band.
And that's how we do it at Union High School.
That's how we do it. Yeah. Oh, Braxton Jepson, he's a senior at Union this year and a phenomenal guitar player.
Good job, Braxton. Well done.
We got to let him show off his talent a little bit.
That's right.
And so, you know what? Did you watch the captains and who won the toss? We were talking too much.
We were talking too much, and I believe Union will receive the ball.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, Union
Yep.
will receive the ball.
That's going to be Burchell and Hyder, Caden Hyder back to receive
For your own Union Cougars,
with Oplanop and Colby Hyder there.
coaches, head coach Matt
Midfield, mid back. What do you call that?
They're on the kick return team, and they're
Oh.
the next level up.
Thanks.
Yeah, hey, I got you there. I got you there, big guy.
Thanks, I appreciate that one.
Well, here we like to give in-depth
Oh,
coverage.
complete. You get your money's worth out of us.
You do get your money's worth. So high school rules, a couple things to keep your eyes on. No wedges these days. You can only have a two-man wedge blocking by. You cannot connect arms in Utah high school football anymore. Try to avoid a lot of the concussions and a lot of things that went on in the past. Whether it makes a difference or not, we'll see. A lot of these guys, they move the ball. You're kicking off the 40-yard line.
This is number 33, Jared Arellano. He's a senior for the Bears. Kicking. And that one's going to land about the 4. Burchell taking it. And runs right into his own.
Oh, that's a horrible way to kick a year off.
It looked like he was trying to fake a reverse to Hyder. Instead, they run into each other and go down.
I get it. I mean, I get trying to do something cute and sneaky on the first, possession of the game and trying to do something with it, but make sure you get it right. I mean, if you haven't practiced it, you got to keep doing it over and over because that's a tough pill to swallow.
A 4-yard return. Bears have the Cougars inside their own 10-yard line here. Labram in the gun. Takes the snap. He's going to give it to Oplanop, and Oplanop quickly gobbled up.
Yeah, the read option.
Oh, that's
there.
not Oplanop. It's Eldridge.
Mason Eldridge.
Well, the reason
I know what you're saying.
his mother's an Oplanop.
That's right.
I got to get it right.
Little read option there, and that's the bread and butter of the Union offense, and Summit Academy was all over that.
I say Oplanop, his uncle is helping coach the team. And, of course, we played with him, Oplanop. Not going to get anything on that little, what was it, just a...
It was a jet sweep. You had Chase Burchell coming across, and they read him. And if you watched Summit Academy's in man defense, and they just rotated with him. Everybody came with him. They didn't block to the second level. Man stepped up and made a tackle.
Definitely makes it tough here now quickly to start the first opening drive of the opening game. 3rd and about 5.
Union moving backwards here.
15, sorry, 15. I was going 5 back from the line of scrimmage. Labram in his own end zone here tosses that one, trying to connect with his man. That was number 4 for the Cougars. Can't make the catch. Ryan Russell.
Summit Academy ran a blitz from the weak side, kind of chased Lincoln out of the pocket a little bit, threw it up there, but that was tight coverage. He was all over him on that comeback. Looked like the timing was a little off, too, on that route.
Russell, just a sophomore for the Cougars, and of course, he's another one that we went to school with his dad. We're starting to get old now, Ryan.
Well, you're bald, I'm gray.
We're old. There's the punt. And that is a foot with the punt. It's going to bounce across the 45 as it's picked up, and he's taken out of bounds. That was Dietz.
It was Dietz. That's good coverage. He released. He was your gunner on the outside. Ran him to the outside. It was a good punt. Had a good Union bounce.
Clausen was the man on the return for the Bears. As the offense will take the field, there's the 41-yard line. And that is number 10. It is Briggs. As he's just going to take this one.
It's like Rohr made the tackle. I was looking at the quarterback, number 10, before the game. He's a big boy.
Yeah, he is a big kid.
He's solid.
Was that a designed run, or was that a...
That was a quarterback keeper. They blocked right up the hole, and he followed his running back after it came through.
As again, in the gun, as he'll bootleg left, and he's going to tuck it and run. Gets across the line of scrimmage. But that's Colby Hyder that comes in to wrap him up.
And I look at Union's linebackers between Foot, Rohr, and Hyder, and they really have to step up this game, specifically on run defense and plugging holes. Because Summit Academy does have a good running back. Looks like their quarterback does like to run.
My pen does not work, Ryan. It's a piece of junk. Oh, you got 2 pens.
Ooh, good tackle by Colby Hyder. Get him in the backfield. He came unblocked off the edge.
Brown's not going to get nothing.
Looks like Brown's groin still bothering him. I think he's hurting. We'll see how long he lasts this game. He's a solid player. He has, like I said, he has a couple looks at him.
That gives the Browns a 3rd and 13 here.
The Bears.
What did I say?
The Browns.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that's a free play. That's 5 yards.
That hurts.
Union jumping off sides. That's discipline. As a player, you got to keep your discipline. Looks like that was on Hyder coming on the blitz.
Trying to see who that was that jumped.
It was Hyder.
Oh, no, I mean, it was a lineman, wasn't it?
Well, he was up in the gap.
Oh.
Looked like he was going to blitz.
So instead, now they're looking at 3rd and 8. Briggs in the gun with dual backs in the backfield there with him. Sends Clausen in motion. And it's going to be just a little screen across the middle. Brown's got opening. He's got some moves. He breaks a tackle and a couple of tackles. Touchdown.
Yeah, couldn't bring him down. Looks like that groin's not bothering him too much. He showed a good ability to keep on his feet after that first initial contact. But more than that, well-designed play, set up really well. They sent a man out to the side, faked that, and then came back to a middle screen.
Yeah, you got Clausen out there on a swing pattern, and then of course Brown up the middle with the screen, and it tricks a few. You know, you fake a few defenders out.
Yeah, well, Union had one defender covering him, and then he had 3 linemen in front of him.
So Briggs will hold here. That is the quarterback to hold. The kick is up. It is good. And so quickly, Summit Academy's on the board, 7-0 here against the Cougars with 9:14 left to go in the first quarter. We're back after this quick break.
Another school year is starting with backpacks, notebooks, and germs. Are your students protected? Immunizations are required for kindergarten and 7th grade. And don't forget flu and HPV vaccine prevention. It's wise to immunize.
Attention Vernal City and surrounding areas. We would like to invite you to the 5th annual Vernal City Recovery Weekend.
This is all part of the National Recovery Month. Please join us for the 5th annual Vernal City Recovery Walk, Saturday, September 9th in Vernal.
And we are back. Mark Winterton, and along with Ryan Luke, bringing you Union High School sports. And the Cougars will get set to return after they allowed a quick touchdown there by the Bears. And we've got different guys back there to return, Ryan. I got Ursua and Dietz.
Well, there's your Dietz. And,
Yeah.
Summit Academy didn't disappoint.
And that one is a line drive, going to go back through the end zone. And the Cougars will get a better start this drive than where they were before.
Well, thank goodness that opens up your playbook a little bit more. You can be a little more aggressive. You give up some yardage when you're pinned back there. You take a safety early. That's a morale breaker.
I really did want to see Dietz get the ball, though. I want to see what that kid can do.
Yeah, you'll see. He'll get a chance.
You'll see. As Labrum in the gun, Eldridge lined up next to him. He's got trips right. Trips right. That is Russell Dietz and Foot on this side, isn't it? As he gives to Eldridge up the middle, and Eldridge will get 1. Oh, they're going to give him 2.
Positive yardage for the Cougars. Trying to establish that run game, and I think Union has to do that. They have to take control of the line of scrimmage early on, or at least attempt to do that before they have to start reverting to the pass every play.
Kind of a common thing in football. You've got to establish the run so you can open up the pass. And if you can't establish the run, then necessarily the pass isn't going to be there because they don't respect it.
Don't respect the run for sure.
So 2nd and 8 as Labrum drops back and he connects this one with Hyder. Hyder's going to get a first.
And that was a sharp route. He ran an out route, which is basically a timing route, and exactly what the coach is asking for. Dialed up 2 of his impact players, get the first down.
So the Cougars moving in their own territory here at the 33-yard line. And you can't ask for better weather. It's not too hot out there. Perfect. It's great fall football. As Labrum takes the snap. That one knocked up into the air, intended for Burchell.
Well, he had good protection. His lineman stood up there, and Eldridge, he took on, it looks like a defensive end and held him up. There looks like there's an unnecessary roughness penalty afterwards. But hats off to the Union line, held up really well under that pressure. He had all day.
Well, the unnecessary roughness will help the Cougars out on this one.
Personal foul.
So, what was it, a late hit on Labrum?
No, it looked like Eldridge was tangled up with somebody, and the defensive lineman shoved Eldridge after the whistle had blown.
Oh. Well, way to keep your cool then for the Cougars. Pick up the penalty, and they move towards midfield on their own 48-yard line. What kind of defense have you been seeing from the Bears?
So the Bears are going to run basically a 3-4, but their fourth linebacker looks more like a safety, especially when your Union runs so many receivers. So it looks like they're kind of running, looks like a nickel or a dime type defense.
Play action pass, and this one's to Hyder over in the flat. Hyder makes some moves, and he's up the field across the 40.
Hyder makes good deliberate cuts. He jump cut into that one, and he made a couple guys miss and went to where they weren't, ran to daylight.
You know, Hyder is senior, and the maturity level definitely shows there as, you know, he's gotten better as he's gotten older, and it's just that, I guess, that aging. As Labrum will roll right, he's in trouble, or he was pressured there, delivers that one, intended for foot.
Yeah, he had backside pressure, and the peel back block didn't get to him in time, did get a hand on him. But, you know, talking a little bit about Hyder, the thing that I like about him is every year he's gotten better and contributed more and more. And technically that's what you're supposed to do. But as an impact player, he needs to get open for Labrum.
So from the Bears' 32-yard line, got dual receivers to both sides. Labrum in the gun. Eldridge still there in the backfield with him. As there's a snap. He's going to fake it to Eldridge. He's going to keep it himself. As he beats one man, he's across the line, or the first down marker, and he's in the red zone. The Cougars knocking on the door.
Design quarterback keeper, design run. He needs to do that. And if they're gonna run the ball effectively, they need two threats back there, specifically with Labrum, but also with Eldridge. And so loosening him up, I think that's a good move, a good call for the Cougars. Keep him honest. They have to respect his legs.
Inside the red zone from the Bears 18. They will go dual receivers to both sides.
Looks like it.
Labrum in the gun. Eldridge to his right side. There's the snap. He's going to fake it to Eldridge. Now he's going to give it off to Hyder in the flat there. Incomplete.
Yeah, over his head. If he would have caught that, he'd have been dead. The guy had him in line, but held up at the end.
So the Hyders are triplets. Their sister's a cheerleader. She's down there. And then the brothers are one plays defense, one plays offense.
That's right.
One plays baseball, one plays
Well, I
one
think
wrestles.
they both play baseball.
They do, but
One really plays baseball.
right. Colby's out there for his speed. As the Cougars going to go trips right. Eldridge lines up on the right side. Labrum in the gun. There's the snap, and he's going to keep it himself. It worked last time. Doesn't work this time.
Yeah, same exact play. Just didn't get the defense to bite. Last time they bit on the run when he faked the handoff to Eldridge. This time he kept it, and they got a little penetration. If you get penetration on the run, you push up there, then it's tough to they can cover two guys coming out of the backfield with one man. That's what happened.
Oh. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Ryan.
3rd and 10. Lincoln Labrum's back in the gun.
That's a tight trips right. There's the snap. He fakes it to Eldridge, and he keeps it himself. He's going to get a few yards, but going to be about 3 short, it looks like, of a first down.
That's tough sledding up there. Here's a problem with Union. Who do you have that can kick a field goal, and do you? It's almost like playing against Summit Academy. You have to go for it at this point. You have nothing to lose.
Well, I don't see anyone coming out, so.
You got to play the game to win. You kick a field goal here, you might put yourself back two scores.
So they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and about, it's about 4. 4th and 4 here. And again, they're going to go with that tight trips for right formation. Labrum's going to throw this one up to Burchell. Burchell goes up. He's not going to get it, but the flag is thrown, pass interference, and the Cougars will have a 1st and goal.
Fade route to the back of the end zone. Chase Burchell did exactly what he needed to do. The defender didn't turn around, did shove him at the, before the ball got there, but he didn't turn around. Absolutely, that's exactly what you dial up, and that's what you want. If it's not a touchdown, you hope for a pass interference, and that's what they got.
Well, that's almost a playing it to the official on that one.
It is, and especially when they're running you tight and they were running him up, they're kind of a bump and run. That guy has to stick on him tight.
Well, and Burchell's a 3-year starter, being a senior now, and definitely he's got the experience that knows how to get that call if he needs to. And he does in this case. Again, that tight trips right formation. Is that who's lined up in the backfield there with him? That is Dietz. Thrown across the middle, incomplete pass.
And I think of slant routes, and I think of the Super Bowl when the Patriots are playing the Falcons. Slant routes when you're on the goal line like that, it's different because you don't have a Marshawn Lynch or a runner like the Seahawks do. But you throw it where nobody else can make the catch, and that's what happened. It's okay if it gets tipped.
Yeah, in this case, thrown a little behind him, but no one else could get it.
It was tipped.
Was it tipped?
It was tipped.
So Dietz is lined up to Labrum's right, trips right, fakes it to Dietz. He gives it to Hyder. Hyder gets gobbled up there. He may pick up a yard.
Yeah, they ran kind of a inside reverse where Hyder came across the formation after lining up on the right in the slot. He came back in, took an inside handoff.
So it'll be 3rd and 6 now for the Cougars. See if they come out with anything different. The plays have kind of been.
Union has to score this drive to stay in the game.
They do. It could. Summit Academy is tough enough to score every time. As there's a snap, he's going to bootleg right. There's the pass thrown, picked off in the end zone as it comes out. Boy, they couldn't put him out of bounds, could they? He gets clear out to the 28-yard line.
Lincoln threw it right between two players, and it was kind of a no man's land, and he either needed to throw it too hard to the corner, he needed to shorten it up, but he threw it right in between, right where Summit Academy was covering.
And so the Bears will take over here. 5:10 left to go here in the first quarter as Briggs leads his man out onto the field and then right into formation. Quick look at some of our sponsors. Ashley Regional Medical Center. They want to welcome Dr. Tyler Moore, orthopedic surgeon. Dr. Moore did an additional fellowship, year-long special training in sports medicine and begins seeing patients on August 27th as Briggs takes the snap. Gives that one off to Brown. Brown up the middle, and he's going to pick up 7 on that play.
Briggs got hit. Hyder stuck his nose in there. Actually, that was Foot stuck his nose in there, knocked him over.
Summit Academy playing a hurry-up offense here.
Yeah, they're playing tempo, trying to keep Union on its heels.
Cougars with a 4-3 defense and a little shuttle pass up the middle, and that one gets picked. Easton Rohr snuffed that one out.
Snuffed it out, stuffed it at the line of scrimmage. I love the shovel pass because if they drop it or if anything happens, it's an incomplete pass. But it works like a run or a screen.
Jones Paint and Glass, founded in 1938, is celebrating 80 years of business and a proud sponsor of live coverage of local high school sports. Jones Paint and Glass. As Briggs in the gun, a couple of running backs back there with 3 receivers. Looking to his sideline there. They're going to send Clausen over into trips formation. As there's the snap, and Briggs will fake it to Brown, keep it himself up the middle, and he picks up the first down and a few more as he gets up to their own 43-yard line.
He's a big boy. He's solid. When he's running that ball, you know he has it. Tough to bring down. Looks like one of the Bears' offensive linemen coming up a little gimpy. He's back on the ground.
Well, L&L Motor is proudly serving the Uinta Basin by offering unsurpassed customer service along with the largest selection of new and used vehicles under one name, L&L Motor. As it looks like we've got a little bit of an injury down there on the field. Quickly, also our other sponsors for tonight's game, Moon Lake Electric. They're a proud sponsor of high school sports here in the Uinta Basin, and Strata Networks. We're going to go to a quick break. and we'll be back.
We are the people behind the connection. You may never see us, but you are always on our minds. Because you are the reason we do what we do. Improving the way you connect is the reason we are always working. Why we are always building. Why we are always striving to give you the best. We are the people behind the connection, working together to connect your life.
Moon Lake Electric was organized in 1938 as a rural electric cooperative by residents of northeastern Utah. We are proud to support the television coverage of Uinta Basin High School sports.
And we are back, as that is number 50, Drake Brown, a senior for the Browns. That is
The Bears.
Why do I keep saying Browns?
Because you have a Talmadge Brown and a Drake Brown.
That's exactly what it is. My goodness.
You know, Coach Hamilton can't be pleased with that. I mean, obviously you don't want to see any of your players hurt, but he even mentioned to us before the game depth at offensive line, and specifically he was saying this group came along the best, the offensive line group. He was most impressed with their progress during the fall camp, but to take a hit like that and have to throw another younger starter into the program or onto the offensive line, you know, we'll see how they react and how they respond to it.
Yeah, I mean, this is a senior here that's coming out for him, and that's always very, very tough. So we'll see how they respond. First down for the Bears on their own 43-yard line.
There it is again.
I said Bears. Briggs in the gun. He's going to fake. Now going deep downfield. Did he make the grab?
No,
he didn't.
Incomplete.
He had the catch, and as he turned, who did he make contact
Got
with?
hit. It looked like it was a Hyder. Who was that back there? No, that was Nebeker.
That's Nebeker there.
Nebeker made the hit and dislodged the ball. Here's what I like. I like that Summit Academy is airing the ball out, keeping Union honest. I mean, being completely unbiased, that's a great play call because now all of a sudden you have to respect the deep pass. And they hadn't done anything. They hadn't thrown the ball or aired it out up until that point.
Well, and honestly, you couldn't even tell if that was intended for Dodge or if that was intended for Kupek.
Yeah, he threw it right between two people.
Dodge went up and got it, but dropped it. And so it'll be 2nd and 10 now. Briggs in the gun. Dual receivers to both sides with Brown in the backfield. As there's the snap. And he's going to little bubble screen to his receiver. But the Cougars, they see that one coming. That was Kitchen, Carson Kitchen.
Easton
Tackle
Rohr
made by
stepped up
Rohr.
and made that. That was his man coming across on the man defense. He stepped right up and made that. But running tempo, the Bears are running tempo here, keeping Union on its heels until they take a step back. And
Well, Rohr's been huge defensively for the Cougars for the last couple of years. And so, you know, you expect him to be able to find those. As Briggs is going to scramble now to the left. That's Foot that comes in and makes the tackle. Briggs picks up about 4 yards, so it'll be 4th and 5. Imagine they are gonna bring the punting unit out.
That's a punt team. It looks like both Rohr and Foot were playing spy on the quarterback on that one, and Foot followed him out of the backfield.
And so the punt team will come out. That's number 8, Mason Schaefer. Schaefer for the Bears. Back to punt. And is that Hyder back to receive for the Cougars?
It is.
That's going to bounce. They're going to just let that one bounce as it gets down to about inside the 10 there. And so the Cougars will start from inside their own 10 again. No success in their first drive. The second drive looked good. They were able to get downfield, but an interception thrown into the end zone ended that drive. And so they'll have a second shot here. Just 7-0. Bears only up by a score here. And so the Cougars could tie it up here if they have a good drive right now.
Yeah, Union needs to put some points on the board on this drive. This is their third drive, their third chance. Starting deep in your own territory, they need to work at least field position on this drive.
So again, Labrum in the gun. It's got Hyder, Rohr, and I think that's Russell is the other receiver lined up on this outside as there's a snap, and he's going to go deep to Burchell. But Burchell falls down, and that pass is going to be incomplete.
Oh, Lincoln had Rohr in the slot running free, and they say if you're even, you're leaving, right? So he was even with his defender. If Lincoln would have read him on the right, he had man coverage. The safety had rolled over to Burchell, and Rohr was running wide open down the field.
Well, and once Rohr gets up and running, it's like his speed increases. He doesn't have the acceleration, but he's got that top speed.
Top end, yeah. He's a strider, absolutely. When you get going, he'll turn the jets on, but it takes him a while to get to there.
Dual receivers to both sides. On second down, he gives it to Eldridge. Eldridge breaks a tackle, makes a move in the inside there. Once he gets past the defensive line.
Showed a good job of keeping his feet and just kept him moving, kept his pad level low, and picked up some good yardage.
So it'll be 3rd and 1 now for the Cougars.
And that's what they needed. They needed to move the ball, show some progress on in that run game, and now they put themselves in a good position.
Nice little run there by Eldridge as the Bears are going to come up almost a 4-man coverage as that strong safety comes right up on the line. Lincoln fakes it. He's got enough length that he's going to get that first down.
Yeah,
they're going to give him 2.
Lincoln's put, he's grown an inch, I swear, and he's put at least 10 to 15 pounds on since I'll call it last football season. He's looking thick and leaning forward.
They've got him listed at 6'2", and I don't think he's 6'2". He's a lot taller than that.
With cleats.
Maybe that's what it is, because when I walk up next to him, I'm like,
"Good day, sir."
I know, and I'm definitely not very tall, so there's some truth to that, but he's tall. Labrum drops back, throw to Hyder, and makes the grab, and he's got a first.
It's that same route. It's that timing route. Hyder starts on the inside, runs the outside, and they cross with foot. He pops wide open. It's a good timing route.
And Hyder's another one that he looks like he has also grown. He's a lot taller than he was last year, obviously.
That's because he has long hair.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, long hair makes you look taller.
Big old offensive lineman as the Cougars move in here. It'll be first down from their own 32-yard line. Trips left. Labrum will roll left. Looking downfield, throws, and it's caught. Nice catch by Burchell.
One-handed grab. Lincoln had to short arm that because he was going to get creamed, and he just whipped it out there, sailed on him a little bit, but Burchell wrapped it in with one hand.
That was a beautiful catch as they pick up 6. So it'll be 2nd and 4 here for the Cougars.
I do like that they're running both sidelines. They're working both sides of the field.
Again, our receivers on this side. Is that, 3 and a 7. I think that's foot here. I think that's 13.
Yeah.
There's a quick little hitch pattern to Hyder. He makes a nice little move, picks up a few yards, but maybe a yard. I thought maybe they'd mark that one out at the 40.
It's fun. It's been fun to watch the Bears defense. Talking to Coach Hamilton, he was mentioning how long and lanky they are. He said, but the problem with being long and lanky is that you got to play leverage. And if they don't play their leverage, they can get blown off the ball or not make the abrupt stops or cuts. And so it looks like Union's taking advantage of that.
They're definitely a very skilled team. Labrum takes the snap. He's going to throw this one up to Burchell. Burchell gets down. He's got it. And that is a huge first down. I can see you want a pass interference on that one.
What? Did you see my arm going? He was all over him. He was hanging on to him. But Burchell did a fantastic job of tracking the ball in the air, and he ran underneath, and that couldn't have been easy. That sun's setting. It looks like he was kind of running right into his eyes, and then he dipped into a shadow. So Burchell ran right under that route. Beautiful catch.
Beautiful throw. Beautiful catch. And we got a first down in Bear territory. Trips right. There's the snap, and Labrum's going to look downfield again. Throws. Hyder. Hyder can't hang on to it. Incomplete pass there.
Hyder hurt his knee.
Could be an ankle. Just a little bit of a...
Yeah, Lincoln is needing to step into his throws. He's thrown off his back foot, or if he's running, he's not stepping into the throws as much.
So that'll be 2nd and 10 for the Cougars. Again, at the Bears' 31-yard line. Yeah, I think just he tweaked the ankle a little bit there for Hyder. He's just going to walk that one off.
That's right. Rub some dirt on it.
Yeah, that's right.
Rub some rubber pellets on it.
They bring Burchell in motion, and then Labrum keeps it and makes a hit there in the middle, and he's going to pick up 8.
That safety came up on him, and Lincoln lowers his head, runs him over. Gives them 3rd and short, and that's the position they want to be in.
They took one of those yards away. It was gonna be 3rd and 2. As the time counts down, I'm not sure if we're gonna get this one off before the end of the first. Looks like maybe. It'll be a tight trips left or trips right. See what Labrum does. Yep, he does. He snaps the ball before the time runs out. Gives it to Dietz. Dietz gets caught in the backfield, and they're going to throw a flag, and I think we got a penalty here. Was it a horse collar?
Yeah, it was a horse collar tackle. Got him around the pads and drug him down. You cannot do that this year. You have to be more vigilant if you're a defender.
Can't end a quarter on a penalty either, right? Or does it matter?
Are you right on defensive penalty? They should get one more play. The Bears have shown a really good ability, and I'll hand it off to their defense. Hats off to their defense. They go sideline to sideline really well. They have good team speed, and you can see that.
That's going to be a 15-yard penalty. And so that'll put the Cougars into the red zone. And that's going to do it for us after one quarter. Cougars down 0-7 here against the Bears. We'll go to a quick break.
Oh no!
Boy, that hurt.
By fixing it the first time, we show our customers that we care. I'm Rico. I'm a technician at L&L Motor. I've been in the automotive industry for 7 years.
I'm Amanda Kazik. I work here at the parts department at L&L.
I like being a technician. Every day is a new day, and it's cool to see a concern and be able to fix it.
They're kind of like my family, so they've really taken care of me and given me a ton of opportunities.
We value the Fix It Right First program. Try to go the extra mile for the customer.
Welcome back. Exciting game here between the Cougars and the Bears. Summit Academy coming into town. I'm Mark Winterton, and Ryan Luke also joining me here in the studio.
The press box.
Fine, whatever. I like studio better.
Hey, you know, I had it off to the both teams. I've been impressed and not shown a lot of jitters other than the opening kickoff with that fumble for Union.
Yeah.
They've actually played pretty crisp football for the most part. And that's tough to say, your first game of the season, new field, you know, adrenaline's going. So good football up to this point, good hits, played pretty well, very few penalties, I think 3 so far.
And so the Cougars starting here in the second quarter, inside Bear territory from their the 19. There's the snap as Labrum drops back, throws. There's going to be a flag thrown, and I couldn't tell where.
It looks like there's a legal man downfield.
The ball was intended for Hyder, and he's still limping just a little bit. So you're saying this one's against the Cougars?
Yeah, I think there's a legal man downfield on that one. Holding penalty. Yeah, holding's a
Cougars
killer.
have been good. Cougars have been good, though, most of the game, but 10-yard penalty is going to hurt. And that's from the spot of the foul, so it's going to make it first and about 12.
You know, in my opinion, that's one of the things that high school football needs to look at is not going 10 yards from the spot of the foul. That can just kill a team. Do the 10 yards as a holding penalty and let them play.
Trips left. Labrum drops back to throw. It's going to be a little bubble screen to Burchell. Burchell spins. He bounces it outside. Has he got the blocking there? He does. Dietz is there, and he's going to get thrown out of bounds without the 14-yard line, but they get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Boy, if you could have got a peel-back block on that one, he had a lot of open space. Turn the Jets on, make it in the end zone. But that's a good move by Burchell. Burchell does a lot of that. You'll see him spin and roll to the outside and try and use his speed. He's a track kid. Pretty good speed on him, one of the faster guys on the team.
So we got second and we'll just call that 10 here in the second quarter. Cougars only down by a score. They can score here, tie it up. Dietz in the backfield there with Lincoln. Lincoln in the gun, trips right. The lone receiver all by himself here on this near side is Burchell. And there's the snap. Gives it to Dietz. Dietz taking it up the middle. And he'll get a few yards. I keep waiting for him to break that and
just go.
Just jump the guy.
He needs to make sure he holds that ball tight, kind of running out there pretty loosely. I know it's his He's probably played tackle football before, but at this level, you know, guys are swatting at the ball, so he needs to work on that ball security, but does a good job up in there.
So the Cougars, 3rd and 6 here.
That's 2-down territory.
You know, that's not bad for being at least first when they were 1st and 21. So.
Well, and they started this drive on their 10-yard line. I mean, that shows some sustainability, being able to sustain a drive.
So again, Labrum in the gun. Dual receivers to both sides. Dietz lined up to his right side as he'll drop back. He's going to pass this one. It's intended for Rohr, into Rohr's hands. Can't bring it down.
Yeah, that was a tough route. He had to kind of stutter at the end, and it's over the shoulder.
You're right there at the sideline. You're not sure.
You can't keep running it out either, but it was right there. Good coverage, though. The Bears defender was right over the top of him, and it was Rohr or nobody.
This is Tanner Miles. I'm guessing he must be a soccer player. What do you think?
They need it. And they got it. They got it.
And so the Cougars get on the board. 3-0. Or 3-7. I said 3-0. We're laughing.
7-3. I'm laughing.
I got you laughing.
You should see the looks of all.
Was that a little bit loud?
That was super loud.
We got an air horn. It's a siren. It's a siren off an old Army Jeep.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, you had all these guys looking back going, what is going on here?
They scored. We had to play it.
Hey, that's cool.
I was getting antsy. I was like, when are we going to do this?
Hey, man, that's all about the ambience here.
No, the stadium is full. Do you notice? I mean, we are in this brand new stadium.
Other than the 93 state championship game, I don't know if I've seen this many people at a game.
I mean, on the camera, all you can see is the visiting side, so you can't see. You're like, what? What are you talking about? But here on the home side, and these bleachers are huge here on the home side, and not completely full, but we're from bleacher end to bleacher end. Not bad. That's pretty packed.
It's pretty packed.
Pretty packed.
This is like West Texas here. Oil country football.
I don't know. I don't know if I'll go that far there, Ryan. 3-7, and so the Cougars do make it a game here as they get ready to kick off, and it is Tanner Miles back to kick. Back to receive for the Bears is Clausen, and give me the number. Is that 81?
81.
Okay, that's one of the receivers. I can't remember his name.
That's going to be Garrett Marsh. No, Dodge. Colin Dodge.
As
Tanner a sky ball, short ball.
Yeah, it's going to. Clausen fields at about the 18. Across the 30. Ooh. Makes a cut. Ooh. Nice move to the 40. We're going to mark him at the Bear 39-yard line.
Yeah, if he breaks that, there's nobody behind him. Kick coverage was a little sparse on that.
Who was kicking for the Cougars last year? I can't remember the kicker last year. Briggs in the gun. We got trips right. There's the snap. He's going to throw it over. Just a quick pass to Clausen out there in the flat. Clausen makes a nice little move. He's going to get a first. We'll see where they mark it. 10-yard pickup. Ashley Regional Medical Center. They're welcoming Dr. Tyler Moore. He's an orthopedic surgeon, and he is going to begin seeing patients August 27th there at the Ashley Regional Medical Center. Briggs, another quick snap, throw to Dodge. Dodge is going to make a move, and he's going to be close to a first down.
Speaking of orthopedic surgeons, this new field
is
it's solid. They say that this type of field it reduces ACL injuries and all those when your foot gets stuck in the grass.
Oh, we were down there walking. It like squishy. It's awesome. Soft. Briggs gives that one to Brown. Brown making a couple of spin moves. He will get the first.
Ooh, showed a good ability to spin out of those tackles.
A couple of tackles broken there. Jones Paint and Glass. Whether building a new home or remodeling, Jones Paint and Glass can help you create the home you want with new windows, doors, paint, and so much more.
Bears pick up the first down.
Inside Cougar territory. As Briggs takes the snap, drops back, looking to throw, and he's going to tuck it and run. Tuck it and run. He's got some room, and he gets the first.
didn't see anybody open. Good coverage on the outside by the Cougars, but just a lane. And Briggs is a pretty mobile guy, as we've said so far. Big kid. Can break some tackles if he gets up in there.
And so it'll be first down here at the Cougar 24-yard line, or 26-yard line, sorry. Briggs giving it to Brown, and Brown up the middle. Boy, that was Carter Winterton that made the tackle, but about got ran over. He holds on. Other than that, it would have been a Bear touchdown.
Yeah, so Brown just ran him over, popped his helmet off. You have to come out of the game if your helmet comes off. And Brown showed some strength. Big kid, $195, solid. He, in fact, he went to the combine, to the high school combine, ran a 4.5 40 with a 38-inch vert. He's a good athlete. Beyond just being able to carry the ball, he's a really good athlete.
And the Bears want a timeout, and we'll take one as well.
Let's go!
And we are back here in the second quarter. The Cougars down 3-7 here against the Summit Academy Bears. Last year at this time, it was a different story, Ryan, as the Bears beat up on the Cougars a little bit.
A lot bit. Yeah, but Union, we've talked about this for years, Mark. This is the year that is kind of coming all together for the Cougars. This is the year they're going to make a push and they can make some noise. A little underestimated. Underappreciated, if you will, in the region this year. Picked to finish fourth.
As Briggs takes the snap, gives it to Brown, and Brown's got a hole. And that's going to be a touchdown.
Boy, he's fast, isn't he?
He is fast, and his line opened up a hole, and nobody could get to him. I could see Burchell trying to run him down, but nobody was getting to him. So
good running backs have the ability to run to daylight. I mean, you remember Emmitt Smith, and he would just run to daylight. Not the fastest guy in the world. I mean, obviously this guy has speed. Brown has speed, but he just ran to daylight, ran to where they weren't, and that's an innate ability that not a lot of guys have.
Well, L&L Motor is fully trained. They're fully trained staff of not only technicians, but their entire team of employees there at L&L Motor, offering the widest scale of automotive needs under one roof: tires, wheels, accessories, tint, repairs, etc., etc., etc. All of it there at L&L Motor. Also, Moon Lake Electric, the proud sponsor of high school sports in the Uinta Basin, along with Strata Networks. And so, of course, we definitely want to thank them for making this broadcast possible. We got some other scores. What do you got?
I have Tooele up 28-0 over Uinta. It's delayed, probably for lightning out on the Wasatch Front.
A little lightning out there.
Yeah.
Hey. Well, did we call that one?
We did.
How about the Duchesne? Do we have an update on the Duchesne game? Let's go to our Media 6 guys. See if we'll get an update. How about Parowan Altamont?
Last I saw, let's see here.
Get our local basin teams. See how they're doing. Just looking at some other scores here.
American Leadership is up on Duchesne 14-7. Parowan's up 6-0 on Altamont. That's at the last update.
All right. So those in at the end of the first?
So they're both in the second quarter.
Okay.
Towards the end of the second. I lied. 5:42 in the second, left in the second.
All right. So, do you know anything about this Ursua? Kevin Ursua.
Haven't a clue.
Me neither. A junior. I don't know where he came from.
So
did you have 14-0 on Duchesne?
No, 14-7.
Oh, you did have 14-7?
ALA is up 14-7.
All right. So the Bears getting ready to kick off, and we got Dietz and Ursura back. I guess that's how you say his name.
Ursura? Apologies, parent, if you're out there.
That one's going to be in the end zone. Holy
My guess,
cow.
the kid plays soccer.
I'll tell you what, Arellano.
No, say it right. Arellano.
Arellano.
That kid plays soccer because he kicked it out well into the end zone.
Look, that one just doesn't fit my Spanish. Not that I speak it well.
Arellano.
Oh, there you go. We're starting at the Cougar 20-yard line as the offense makes it out onto the field.
It's horrible, Mark. Don't encourage me.
No, that was great, Ryan.
Don't encourage me.
Nailed it. Dual
Always.
receivers to both sides. We got Rohr and Burchell to this side. That means I'm guessing Russell and Hyder over on the other side, or might be Foot. I don't know. There's the snap. He gives to Eldridge. Eldridge just gets hit right in the backfield. That is Russell. Russell and Hyder.
Russell and Hyder on the far side.
Yeah.
Yeah, Union, it's tough when you're running because you have 5 linemen blocking for you. And if you have 6 guys in the box, either you make a guy miss or, they're coming in there and they actually ran an inside blitz. So, that running game with 4 receivers, it's tough to do it sometimes.
It's fun to see sophomores out there, though. We got Russell at receiver, a skilled position as a sophomore. He's probably going to be a three-way starter, or a three-year starter, sorry, as that pass.
Yeah, see, the problem with that one was that was a lateral. Okay, so they're calling it incomplete. That almost looked like a lateral pass.
It almost was, but I think Labrum had a deep enough drop that it went forward.
Yeah, because it would have been marked down. They'd lost 4 yards on that play.
But then you also have Dietz coming out and playing.
Yeah.
And, so 2 skilled positions that you're going to see those guys for 3 years now.
Yeah.
So.
And if you're a coach, you have to keep building. Specifically, you're at these, the smaller type schools. You have to get playing time because if you put all your eggs in one basket and they all graduate without doing something, you're left with nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Words of wisdom from Ryan Luke as this pass is a quick slant to Hyder for about 6 yards. Going to make it 4th down. I imagine they'll bring out the punt team. I wanted to recognize all the linemen too, but I can't figure out all their numbers. Oh, he's on the backside. They can't put stuff on the backside. I don't look there.
So Union's showing a good job of pass protection. It almost looks like they're just. I mean, you have to keep them honest with the run, but it looks like they're going to have to sling the ball tonight if they're going to want to move the ball.
Now I stopped in at practice one day and I was watching them punt. And I've seen some really nice punts from Foot, and that did not look anything like what I saw. Just wanted to. I was getting ready to talk him up, and then I probably should have just waited.
Just let it go, yeah.
I should have waited, as the
was that a
Bears,
15-yard punt?
We're not going to talk about yardage.
That's not good technical.
Let's not talk about how.
Well, and that hurts you as a team because now your defense, a lot of these guys go both ways. It would have been nice to have some room to make a stop, and now that it's a short field for the Bears for Summit Academy. And with that explosive offense, that's a quick score that all of a sudden you're down 21-3.
So Bears having that tight trips formation, they give to Brown. Brown's, how about that? Colby Hyder and the rest of the defensive front. Russell, I could see him right there with him. Bullet head in on the tackle along with Hyder.
What a stick by Hyder. He read him, he shuffled along the line and met him in the hole and stood him up. What a stop, what a stick.
Yeah, a yard loss. Not even that. He didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 11 now for the Bears. Trips right. Briggs in the gun. Takes a snap. Throws. Got Clausen. Oh, that's Dodge. Dodge makes the catch, and they will pick up a few, 5 yards to be exact. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Well, that was throwing on the run's always tough, and sometimes you don't get your feet right, and you have to chase the ball when you throw it, and he was still trailing off to the side, and that sailed on him a little bit. But a good grab by the receiver, by some Academy receiver.
And so on 3rd down, Briggs, low snap, takes that, and he completes it to Dodge again for the 1st down.
Boy, they see something. They're picking on that side. That is a timing route. He threw the ball before the receiver even turned around. He turned around, it was right there. And he delivered it right where it needed to be.
Briggs doesn't look like a quarterback, but he's that type that he's big and probably sturdy.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sure.
It doesn't make any sense. It's another pass to Dodge, and Dodge makes a move inside the 15. Maybe, nope. We're going to be a yard short, so it'll be 2nd and 1 now for the Bears.
Well, they're picking on this side, Nebeker and Hyder.
And Foot. Oh, Foot was over here. Foot.
No, that was Hyder.
Yeah,
both Hyders.
That one's Briggs is going to take that one up the middle, and he's going to get a 1st down inside the 5. So
that was a designed quarterback keeper, almost a quarterback draw. Well, it was a quarterback draw, but
I spoke too soon, Ryan. It's 3-14. The Bears are looking to score again here. Cougars need to make a stop right here.
Got to get a stop.
Create a turnover. as he gives it to Brown. Brown staying on his feet, and he's in. That is another touchdown for the Bears, and they'll see if they can add the extra point to go up 21-3. As United, operated by SkyWest, they're committed to being the Basin's portal to an entire world of travel. You can book your flight from Vernal to Denver and beyond at united.com. I've checked some flights too with them.
I've flown
They're
a couple
not
times.
bad. It's not bad, and
It's
it's
not as bad
nice.
as you think.
No, and it's nice. You don't have to drive clear to the city. It's just a quick little 30-minute drive from Roosevelt or nowhere from Vernal. What's that look? You getting updates?
Just looking at updates.
Looking at updates. Utah State University, Unibasin offers a wide variety of associate, bachelor's, master's, and doctorate degrees. Students can get the degree they need to land the job they want. You can earn a degree in business, education, nursing, natural resources, science, and many more areas of study. Just visit unibasin.usu.edu for more information. Call 722-1700 to learn more about their degrees and programs that can lead to a rewarding career at Utah State University.
That's tough. That's a tough score to give up for Union. If you're Summit Academy, you got to be thrilled. You got to be thrilled that your star player, number 25, Talmadge Brown, that he's putting a clinic on, especially in the open field, showing that speed and power, and he's run over a couple guys. So you got to be happy that his groins loosen up, that he's playing very as well as he is. And for Union, that's a demoralizer. You know, we say if 6 minutes on the board, if you can get a decent return, you've got to get a score of some sort to even just stay in this game. Even emotionally, mentally, they got to stay in this game.
Well, momentum builder is always nice.
And they will get the ball at half.
So Ursura
No, I lied. They won't. They fumbled the first one.
and Dietz. Ursura is going to drop this one back into the end zone, and so that is going to be a touchback. Cougars will take it out on their own 20. Ute Tribal Enterprises, you can enjoy cosmic bowling at the Ute Lanes Family Fun Center. You ever been bowling out there at Ute Lanes?
You know what? I mean, I haven't seen it lately, but I mean, we're talking
Not lately?
25 years ago.
Well, obviously, it is now the bowling. It's the only place, I think, in the Basin to go bowling.
The Basin.
I don't think there's anything in Vernal. I don't think there's anything in Roosevelt. It's at the Ute Lanes in Fort Duchesne. And but it is awesome. They've got great I just had fries. Fries and a burger, actually. They got good food there. Go and get something to eat. As the Cougars on first down. Bears showing blitz. There's a quick pass to Burchell. Burchell makes a nice little step to the outside, a straight arm, and he's down the sideline for a first down.
Like I said, Burchell pulls his patented move, starts inside, spins outside, and uses his speed. It's a good grab.
Yeah, a couple of nice little moves there, and so the Cougars get the first down. What is
That's another Cougar.
I was wondering what the officials were doing there. Did they call a timeout?
What are they doing here?
Did they call a timeout?
Oh, there's an injury. 29 looks like he's injured. Landed on his back.
Where? The guy right there in the middle?
29. Look, he's patting his bum right now. Saying he's saying, Coach.
Well, because
this
I
is where
could see
it's
the
hurting."
official signaling that.
It's on me.
Yeah.
That's a official timeout.
I'm like, what? Where are you guys measuring? Because I think he got the first.
Yeah, 29's hobbling. Hand on his bum.
Those are horrible injuries.
Oh, man.
Pull that muscle back there.
I think he landed on it because when he was tackling him,
The
he was the guy on the
glute?
bottom. He's not going to like it tomorrow morning when he wakes up trying to get out of bed.
Oh, man, a glute tear. Dual receivers to both sides for Labrum. He's got Eldridge to his left. As there's the snap, he drops back, and
False start on the outside receiver for Union.
that hurts.
Boy, that's that's unforgivable. You're a receiver. You go when the ball snapped. You don't really go on a count, and specifically, I mean, especially because you're looking down the line. So those are some wind sprints, man. Drop and give me 10, son.
Right now.
Right now.
No, we're not waiting until practice. You do that now. So just under 6 minutes to go. The Cougars.
I'd like to see Union air it out a little bit. You go vertical on this.
Well, dual receivers to both sides, and Labrum will drop back, but he's pressured. And now he's going to throw this one up. Flag is thrown in the backfield, and the ball thrown to Foot. Foot can't get under it.
Yeah, it looks like we have a holding call in the backfield, which is, again, I mean, that's a drive killer because it's 10 yards from that spot of that foul.
Oh, it just hurts. Yeah, because that's 4 yards behind where the line of scrimmage is. And so what? It's going to be, good grief. It's going to be 1st and 29, Ryan.
Well,
1st and 29.
Let's go with the pros and the cons. The pros, you have
It's first down.
It's first down. You have a bunch of have 3 plays to get there.
Right.
The con, well, hey, here's another pro. Looks good on the stats. Pad your stats.
It does? You mean doesn't count the pass? Oh, you mean more yardage?
What more yardage to gain?
Oh, there's a con. I mean a pro.
Pro?
Okay.
Hey, that glass is a third full, buddy.
Let's not even talk about the cons. We don't have time. I'm going to talk about Ashley Regional Medical Center. Ashley Regional Medical Center. Have you seen their new women's extension, whatever building? It's huge, and they're also welcoming Dr. Tyler Moore, orthopedic surgeon, which is excellent to talk about as the Cougars will get a yard. Labrum there.
Well, this hurts too because all of a sudden you go into conservative play calling mode, knowing that you have first and about 83 yards, 83 miles. So it's conservative play calling. You're not
Miles
fooling
is
anybody.
A little, you're exaggerating
Hey,
just a little bit.
Just let me go with it.
It's going to be 2nd down for the Cougars. Labrum in the gun. Eldridge lined up in the backfield with him. Who's the receiver on this side?
Burchell.
You got good eyes. We got trips right. There's the snap. Drops back. He's in trouble in the pocket. He's going to scramble out. Now throws. Dropped. That's Barnes. I think that's Barnes. Yeah, Henry Barnes there. Number 11. Who do you... Wow, you have a completely different... Here, scratch this one and circle this guy. Your roster's a little different than mine.
It is.
I didn't know who the guy is that you've got. That's probably a freshman.
Hey.
Oh, he is. That's the freshman. This has the freshman roster, too.
Hey, freshman lives matter, buddy. Come on.
Not in varsity football.
They don't.
It's going to be 3rd and a mile for the Cougars.
Oh, sure. I can say 83, but you...
I can say a mile. It's not too far. As Labrum in the gun takes a snap and fakes it to Eldridge. Little pass over to Hyder. Hyder can't get they get a few, 7 yards, and they're gonna have to punt this one up. We'll see if Foot can get under it.
See if you can get a what on it?
A foot on it.
Again, Union had to go to conservative play calling, knowing that you're probably not going to get that first down. Just don't turn the ball over. Field position on this one. But, man, with 4:30, about 4:25 left in the game.
In the half.
In the half, pardon me, in the half, this sets up Summit Academy for another potential. I mean, we're talking blow the game wide open drive.
There's Foot's punt. It's decent. It's going to be fielded by Dodge. And Dietz thrown down, and there's a flag thrown. I think Dietz got pushed in the back, and so that's going to come back against the Bears. Hopefully Dietz okay. Let's see, who's that? That's Kobe Gurr that's down right now.
Yeah, he got a crackback block that kind of blindsided him.
Kobe Gurr, he's a big old boy.
Boy, he grew, man.
He did, didn't he?
He got tall.
Just a junior this year. He is a tall boy.
You know, it's interesting talking about Utah high school football, and I'd mentioned before, it's top 10 in the country, voted by one publication, but top 10 state in the country as far as putting out high school prospects per capita and the quality of football. But you start getting into these 1, 2, 3, even sometimes in 4A, and a lot of these players are going both ways. And it really shows towards the end of the season. And the really good schools are the guys who can develop specific. I play offense, I play defense. Pace these guys throughout the season. And if Union wants to have a chance of that, they need to make sure they get their young guys in the game, get them experience, and get some production from them.
So just a 10-yard penalty there. I guess that was a clipping call. As Briggs tries to get it to Brown. I think Briggs jumps back on it, and he's probably digs it back up.
That's too bad. Union could have used a turnover right there.
Well, there was Kobe Gurr was in there, and he tried to get a hold of it, but I think Briggs reached out with his old beastly arms and pulled that in.
His man arms.
He's a big kid.
He is. So Union's playing. I want to keep your eye on the defensive line. They've been shooting the gap pretty well and getting some penetration upfield.
And that one over to Clausen. Clausen's got some room. He's got Burchell to beat, and he does. 20 to the 10. Touchdown. The Bears on the board again.
Well-designed play. We talked about it from the beginning. They have some good athletes. Their skill position players are tough, long striders. One move, got Burchell on the ground, and he was gone.
Yeah, really, it's Dodge and Clausen are your big-time receivers there. As Clausen makes the move there on that little run. And then, of course, Talmadge Brown in the backfield. He's a beast.
So Henry Barnes, I don't know if you saw this, but boy, the kid turned the jets on and was trying to close the gap and make the tackle. Too little, too late, but he showed some good speed there. Yeah, may be able to use him in the future.
Barnes. Barnes been playing for the Cougars. I think he was starting. I think he played a little bit of varsity time as a sophomore, a little bit last year. I don't know what the deal was last year, but he didn't play a whole lot of varsity ball, and maybe we'll see him a lot more this year. So our score 3-28 here with 3:24 left to go. I imagine the wind has been knocked out of the Cougars' sails here.
Yeah, if you coach Labrum, you got to look at it this way. All right, we are playing a good team. These guys are going to compete. Talking to Coach Hamilton before, this is a team that wants to compete and win their region, and specifically wants to win a state championship. Runners up last year.
And so where do we go from here?
And if it's me and I'm Coach Labrum, I say let's work on the little things. Let's win this. Let's get better every single game. Let's get better for next game, and get some momentum running into region play.
Okay, that is Colton Harding back there to receive, number 5. And I don't know if it's been 5 the whole time or if I'm just I was seeing it as a 6, but I'm seeing it as a 5 now. So we got Colton Harding.
Can we get a sponsor for LASIK surgery on there somewhere, Mark?
Yeah, I did actually get that. Doesn't mean it lasts forever.
Don't you get free touch-ups?
Oh, I don't know. I should go ask about that, huh? As this kick's going back, it's going to bounce about the 16. Harding comes up on it.
Oh. If that rolls out of bounds,
I think
that's
it did
an
roll
illegal
out.
procedure, but it didn't. He grabbed it and stepped out of bounds.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, pinned himself. He pinned Union back in there, and that's lack of experience back there. You let that thing roll.
So some special teams mishaps today have hurt, but they haven't been the reason the Cougars are down 28-3 right now.
Well, and it changes the dynamic. That opening kickoff, you don't fumble it. Maybe you get some return yardage.
Mm-hmm.
Foot had the 10-yard punt. You have this. You're starting in the hole, which is never good.
It makes it a little tougher, doesn't it?
Well, look at the field. I mean, you have to go 90 yards here.
They're going to go trips left.
91 yards.
You don't forget that one. As Labrum in the gun. And a little give to Hyder up the middle.
And if you could have made one guy miss there, coming on that reverse inside handoff, he had a lot of open space.
As long as they're moving upfield and making positive yardage, it's good. We got 2nd and 7 here. And so again, trips left. Labrum in the gun. Eldridge in the backfield there as he'll roll left. Look downfield. That's a pass over to Burchell. Burchell makes the catch. A first down for the Cougars. So positive yardage.
And what you didn't see is Rohr kind of ran a screen route on him. He blocked his guy. Burchell's guy actually had to roll over the top because there was a collision upfield. So, kind of a pick play. Eastern Rohr opened him up.
Yeah, it's a what do you call it?
It's a pick play.
But it's not.
It's unintentional.
Unintentional pick play.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, that's what I was looking for because it's illegal to actually screen a guy.
Right, he was running one way and the guy stepped in front of him.
So, as there's a snap whistle blown,
yeah,
flag.
Legal false start.
Those false starts hurt. The offensive line there for the Cougars. Come on, name some names here for me. Who we got? We got Zach Foote. Number 77 for the Cougars is that's Mason McGlory. Also 68, Dalton Clark. He's one of our offensive linemen. Who else? You're not giving me any names.
Well,
right?
I'm watching the football game.
Brig Edwards, number 60. 61, Zach Foote is a sophomore in their plan. As Labrum goes with a keeper and picks up a few.
It's a tough run. Pick up a couple yards, get your quarterback hit like that. You kind of have to do it, though, in high school football. He needs to be a threat out of the backfield. Roar was holding up, literally holding up a whole line and just too much weight coming in on him and rolled him back into Labrum.
So, and then I'm seeing Lethan Sixkiller and Kobe Gurr as linemen for the Cougars. I could have been wrong. There could have been another 50 out there, but I don't have a 50 on mine, do you? There's a snap, roll right. Bootlegs, pass is thrown, intercepted. Picked off. That was Mason Schaefer.
Yeah, Schaefer is a free safety, rolled over. He was just reading Lincoln's eyes. There were two people en route. Roar was running deep. He dropped off of him, was just reading his eyes. Looked like Lincoln maybe telegraphed that pass a little much on that.
I'm watching the clock. Does the clock supposed to stop here? As it's a turnover in possession?
Oh, there it goes. There we go.
Well, they let it run for about 20 seconds. It was like 150, I know, when I looked up, and I'm like, it's still running.
Taking some time off there. Do you know if they got a new scoreboard? Is that the same old scoreboard?
That is a new scoreboard.
They just transplanted it.
Yeah, there's no horn on it. They don't have a end of the half or
Yeah, I know where you can find a horn.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
You mean the one that
With
I've
the
got?
switch.
That's only for scores, okay? When the Cougars score, we play that one. Other than that, it's off limits.
Well, if you're Coach Labrum, again, you got to look at what can I do to get better. You know, let's take it play by play.
I'm trying to, I guess they're fixing the scoreboard now. There it is. Minute 45 left. As the Bears inside Cougar territory again.
Starting inside Cougar territory again.
I know it. It hurts.
And for the Summit Academy fans, you got to be thrilled. Your team looks good. They're playing well. Your injuries aren't as bad as you think. You did have a lineman go down, but
no, they look decent. As Briggs throws deep, going up, and it's picked.
Oh!
Almost picked by Nevercur.
And then
He
almost
goes, yeah, and then almost caught by Dodge.
Oh. Backside blitz by Colby Gurry coming in there, putting some heat on him. But if you look, Briggs threw off his back foot and just let the ball sail, and, man, Nebeker had a beat on it. If you're a defensive back, you got to make that.
You make that. Well, he stepped in front of it. It was there. He stepped in front of it to make the catch, and then he doesn't make the catch. And as Briggs, just a quick throw here over to Brown, his running back. Brown making some moves out on the left side, and he'll get in. Touchdown.
Yeah, you got to love that if you're Summit Academy. You get it to your playmaker and you let him get in the end zone.
He's big.
I mean, he's a brute. He's an athletic, physical player.
He can move.
I said it before. Runners like him or these really successful guys in high school and at the college level, they just run to daylight. They make people miss, and they run where nobody is. And then he has enough strength and speed to get through the tacklers, run through those arm tackles.
And so another score, and the Cougars find themselves down 35-3 before half. Well, we'll see if they make it 35. There's the extra point. And it is no good. Never. Did I speak too soon?
Keep saying that, buddy.
I spoke too soon. 34-3. And so 34-3 here, minute 29 before halftime. We're going to go to a quick break.
This is Zaylee Ann. She was born on May 24th, 7 pounds even. The first time I saw Zaylee, you hear of it being love at first sight, but she looked up at me and it was like, there's my daughter. Where have you been all my life? I've missed you. When you're having a baby, you have a lot of questions, and it's not just you that's involved, it's your child also. And from a mother's standpoint, you care a lot about that person inside of you. And you care about yourself too, and you want to make sure that you can make the best decisions for your family. As women, we want to be heard. It's our bodies. We're going through something pretty important, and knowing that the medical team that would be helping me would be very competent, that was important. They offered me their advice and told me exactly what my options were and let me make an educated decision, and I think that's really important. And when I delivered, all of them, every single person that I had come in, very friendly. They all just wanted me to have the best possible outcome that I could.
And welcome back. I'm Mark Winterton. Ryan Luke joining me as the Bears are going to kick this one off to the Cougars. And this time, again, a rookie mistake as he takes a knee to pick up the ball.
That's 4. That's 4 special team mistakes that are costing the Cougars. Because when you get a chance to return the ball when you're down 34-3, you've got to do it. That's coaching. You've got to coach these guys up. You've got to tell them you can't do those things.
That's coach's son too.
Well, then I know who he needs to talk to.
Oh, so.
But those are mistakes you can't have. I mean, if you expect to beat a team of Summit Academy's caliber, you can't do those things.
Can't do little mistakes, can you? Minute 26 left to go, and the Cougars are going to go a trips left. Labrum in the gun. Eldridge lined up to his left side. He'll give it to Eldridge. Eldridge will pick up a couple yards.
Yeah, tough sledding up inside. They pulled the guard and the tackle on the far side and led up through the hole. And he just followed him up through there. But if you're going to do, you want to make it count because you're running your big boys down there, and they're running a lot. But, again, not a lot working for the Cougars right now.
Well, so some positive notes, though, that I'm going to take off of the first half is the offensive line for the Cougars is pretty decent. They've given him some time as this pass to Russell, and Russell is going to make a first down and stays on his feet trying to make something out of nothing. He got wrapped up immediately. He was able to get out of a tackle, but the other defensive backs come up and bring him down.
Lincoln threw that on a rope. That was good arm strength. He wound up and he threw that thing on the rope. And it was a good timing route. Nobody around him. You got to take those things.
Good catch by Russell, and the Cougars got a first down. Trips left again. Labrum in the gun as he'll make a quick pass to Hyder over on the left side. Hyder, nice little block there by Burchell, and Hyder will be close to a first, about a yard short. But as I was saying, that offensive line for the Cougars has done a really good job. They haven't really allowed Labrum to be pressured a whole lot. I mean, a little bit here and there on some bootlegs, on some rollout passes. He's been pressured, but other than that, he's got great time back there, and he throws this one, airs it out to Burchell. Burchell cannot get to the ball there.
Yeah, defensive back was running step for step with him. Good coverage over the top by Summit Academy. To your point, though, Mark, pass blocking-wise, Unions look great, giving him a ton of time. He's been able to sit back there all day. Lincoln just needs to step into his throws, which he's been doing a better job. He's done a good job. But receivers need to get open, but they're playing against a fast defense.
And that's one thing when we talk to Hamilton, he's got the skilled players. It's the big players, and we're seeing that this game. I remember last year against Summit Academy, their linemen were big and tough and strong and fast, like all of it. This year, maybe the Cougars are just matching them. As Labrum's going to fake it to Eldridge, and he's going to keep it himself. A nice move, and he'll get the first and a lot more for about a 10-yard pickup. And
that'll take us to half.
That's going to do it for us. So at halftime, not going to do it for us. We're at half, and we got some fun. Actually, there's some definitely fun things going on here at half. We got to remember punt, pass, kick. Punt, pass, kick. Several different. They're taking several different fifth graders from all the middle schools are in the area. They're going to do a punt, pass, kick out on the field, and anyone who makes it, they're going to actually move them to like a finals. So towards the end of the season, like in October, they're going to do a finals. And
that should be fun.
You want me to record you?
Good entertainment. How you doing?
Where'd you go? There. Oh man, that is close up there. Hold on. Sorry,
so
I'm holding the iPad for these
So
guys.
here we go. Let's just talk. Let's talk really quickly about the first half of the game. I mean, in my opinion, if you look at Union, you take the pros. And I think that the pass blocking and the offense has shown signs. Not been able to finish drives, but they've shown some good signs. And I think that that's what you want to see. I think defensively, there's a lot to be desired. I think obviously you're playing against a really good Summit Academy team, and that with Talmadge Brown being able to move the ball like he's been able to do, at this point you've got to take what you've done well and do better.
Here's the thing.
That was profound.
But you touch on it. If the offensive line isn't holding up, you're in trouble. but they are. The offensive line's doing a great job for the Cougars. They're holding up. They're making blocks. The Cougars just have to find their, whether it's the receiver or whether they find the hole as the running back to get that yardage that they need to move down the field and score. Mistakes by special teams have hurt. I think they've hurt momentum overall.
Yeah, and if I look at if I look at Union, you're still trying to establish your identity. What is your identity? Are you going to be a run team, pass team, 50-50 mix? And
Who's the guy that's going to step up?
Who's going to step up? And I mean, if we look at who Coach Labron talked about, I think quite frankly, we're looking at a throwing game. I think Union's going to be probably going to excel with that good pass blocking.
That is loud. It's actually down there, I think, is the volume control. But boy, is that loud. Blowing the speakers out.
Boy, they should.
They
didn't test the speaker system beforehand, obviously.
Hey, a quick thanks to all of our sponsors that helps us bring you live coverage of high school football here in the Basin. Ashley Regional Medical Center, Jones Paint and Glass, L&L Motor, Moon Lake, United operated by SkyWest, Utah State University, and Ute Tribal Enterprises. As this is the Cougarettes, isn't it? As we're going to go to a quick break here at halftime. Cougars down 3-2-34 against Summit Academy.
I decided to attend UNSU Uinta Basin because I could stay here and keep doing what I was doing and be around my family and still be able to get the degree that I wanted.
It was important for me to stay in Vernal while taking classes and getting my degree because this is where my family is at.
Such a great opportunity that we have here in the Uinta Basin. There's great scholarships, there's great programs, it's such an amazing campus. The instructors care about you, and having that degree has opened so many doors. It's just an opportunity you don't want to pass up.
My name is Sydney Smith. I was born with a disease called Charcot-Marie tooth, and I've been a double amputee since 2015. I've always wanted to do something difficult like this, something that I could possibly fail at. My dad did it a couple times with my two brothers, and because of my feet, I never got a chance to do it. I also wanted to bring my 9-year-old son with me. I know he could do hard things, and I wanted to see him do it and share this moment and get closer to it with his grandfather, as we'll only have a few moments of time left. Kings Peak is the highest mountain in Utah, 13,527 feet. 30 miles round trip, 4,100 feet elevation gain, and no legs.
As my team and I have looked at all of the services we're now providing and the growth that has occurred, it's obvious to us that we're not just a local TV station anymore. And we need a name and a brand that represents us as the media company that we are today. VTV Channel 6 is now V6 Media. To me, V6 Media represents our passion, innovation, our company's vision for the future. And we can't wait to see what's next.
Another school year is starting with backpacks, notebooks, and germs. Are your students protected? Immunizations are required for kindergarten and 7th grade. And don't forget flu and HPV vaccine prevention. It's wise to immunize.
Attention Vernal City and surrounding areas. We would like to invite you to the 5th annual Vernal City Recovery Weekend.
This is all part of the National Recovery Month. Please join us for the 5th annual Vernal City Recovery Walk, Saturday, September 9th in Vernal.
We are the people behind the connection. You may never see us, but you are always on our minds. Because you are the reason we do what we do. Improving the way you connect is the reason we are always working. Why we are always building. Why we are always striving to give you the best. We are the people behind the connection, working together to connect your life.
Moon Lake Electric was organized in 1938 as a rural electric cooperative by residents of northeastern Utah. We are proud to support the television coverage of Uinta Basin High School sports.
Oh no!
Boy, that hurt. By fixing it the first time, we show our customers that we care. I'm Rico. I'm a technician at L&L Motor. I've been in the automotive industry for 7 years.
I'm Amanda Kazik. I work here at the parts department at L&L.
I like being a technician. Every day is a new day, and it's cool to see a concern and be able to fix it.
They're kind of like my family, so they've really taken care of me and given me a ton of opportunities.
We value the Fix It Right First program. Try to go the extra mile for the customer.
Let's go!
This is Zaylee Ann. She was born on May 24th, 7 pounds even. The first time I saw Zaylee, you hear of it being love at first sight, but she looked up at me and it was like, there's my daughter. Where have you been all my life? I've missed you. When you're having a baby, you have a lot of questions, and it's not just you that's involved, it's your child also. And from a mother's standpoint, you care a lot about that person inside of you. And you care about yourself too, and you want to make sure that you can make the best decisions for your family. As women, we want to be heard. It's our bodies. We're going through something pretty important, and knowing that the medical team that would be helping me would be very competent, that was important. They offered me their advice and told me exactly what my options were and let me make an educated decision, and I think that's really important. And when I delivered, all of them, every single person that I had come in, very friendly. They all just wanted me to have the best possible outcome that I could.
And we are back. Mark Winterton, along with Ryan Luke, joining me. It's halftime here, and they're doing the punt, pass, kick. This little guy is only in second grade.
I have two.
Some of these kids are fourth graders.
I have two first graders, and a couple things. Number one, it showed me that I really need to work with my kids because there's no way they could do any of this. And number two, maybe these kids are too young.
I don't know. The one down here. Look at the one down here. Who's that? What school is that?
Yeah, I don't know. All right, halftime leadership. American Leadership Academy is up on Duchesne 21-7. Parowan's up 26-0. Remember, you asked me.
Hold on, Mindy. You got to turn around if he's right-footed.
You asked me who I thought, and I gave the benefit of the doubt to Aldewan, but you said Parowan, and you're right, Parowan.
Parowan
taking it to him.
26-0.
26-0. Yeah. Lightning delay out on the Wasatch Front for a lot of these schools. Looks like Lone Peak and Harriman are delayed. That's a big game, 17-7 if you're a high school football fan.
All right, put the ball on the turf. Let him kick it off the turf. And also get on the other side. He's right-footed. That's all right. This is the first time they've done this. So, okay, look, this guy's got it. All right.
Centennial is next. East is going to go first.
Turn around, man. He's right-footed. And get it off your foot.
All right.
Put it on the turf.
do it. You got to get it up, get it underneath, kick it.
Oh, that was so close.
Getting a little short underneath.
That was really good.
Games of note for
Okay.
Union. Mountain View is up on Hurricane. See how I did that? Hurricane, not Hurricane. Hurricane.
Okay. Hurricane.
Union gave him a run for their money out there in Orem last year. That's going to be a big game for the Cougars if they can convert, if they can continue to develop into that game.
Hurricane's always a tough team.
And they are now. Again, they're not picked to finish very high, but they are a 4A team in that 4A South in that region down there.
But they've always been known for putting out a pretty decent team.
Pretty solid team. So what does that say? I mean, it says Union's going to be playing probably a pretty tough team in Mountain View, but I still think Union can progress and get better as they go along until they get to that game.
So Mountain View, that's in 2 weeks. It's going to be home here, and it is a free game to the public. It is a community, or they're calling it the community game of the year or whatever, something like that, a community game. So come out, come for free. There'll be tailgating, some fun stuff going on. I've also got some fun pregame festivities, different things, deliverance of a ball, the game ball type of thing. Anyway, it's going to be fun. You got to come out. A really good national anthem planned out for that one too. And anyways, next week they've got North St. Pete.
Yes, they do. I'm looking for it right here. Quick update though, Twill is up 28-0 still on Uinta. That lightning delay. They are off the delay. It looks like they're 9:44 in the second quarter.
That's only in the second quarter.
Yeah, well that lightning delay pushing everything back. North St. Pete, where are you? There you are. Grantsville, that game's delayed too out on the Wasatch Front. It looks like Grantsville's up 7-0 on North St. Pete.
So North St. Pete, another team that, we'll see how the Cougars.
Winnable game. That's a winnable game for the Cougars. They can get some good momentum off of that game. That is a very winnable game. Specifically, if we talking about what Union can continue to do in terms of they can throw the ball, pass coverage. Do they get Loney back? Does he come back to solidify more of that offensive line? And the big question is too, when they get Tavita and Loney back, how are they going to run the ball?
Yeah,
that might be a difference maker.
That might blow open the game there, and as they'll be able to run it a lot better, and we shall see. Just a minute and a half left to go here at halftime as the Cougars down 34-3 against the Bears of Summit Academy. Summit Academy rests right below Point of the Mountain there in Bluffdale, right next to the prison.
Don't let that fool you. It is a charter school. Hey, you know what? Talking about Summit Academy, remember we were talking to Coach Hamilton, and I asked him a specific question. I said, hey, listen, how big do you want to grow this program? Do you feel like you've gone from 2A, you're up in 3A, how big? And he said, we're kind of at capacity. He said it's 600 students. They're kind of tapped out. Now, that doesn't mean that they can't. He said they're having a tougher time transferring students in, which means, what does that mean? It means that they can't recruit like they used to because they can't get any junior and senior transfers in. They got to get them when they're sophomores.
Got to get them when they're younger.
And he said that, and he also went on to say, you'd think that we'd have people knocking on our door, and that's just not the case. He said the freshman football team's pretty anemic in terms of turnout, so trying to get these kids to develop them by the time they're seniors. He said all their starters, other than the quarterback, transfer in, but that was a move in. He said that all of them are 4-year, homegrown, through the system, not a lot of transfers in. I think I get the feeling that Summit Academy is a little defensive on that, They saying, oh, well, you can just recruit, we can do that. I do know Judge can, and Juan Diego both can. That rule, because a charter school is a public school, private schools have different rules. They can bring those players in.
And so you wonder how is that going to go in years to come? Are they going to be able to continue to play at a upper level, I guess you could say?
And as a transfer, can you push that? Can you get enough kids interested? Can it become a football school, so to speak, and push it in, and then maybe they do jump up to a 4A? I think probably capping out at 4A. Interestingly enough, Union did play and beat Summit Academy in the last year in baseball in the tournament, in the state tournament, to move on.
Yeah, that was a really good game, actually. Fun game. I'm trying to remember, that one was played in Kearns at Yates Field. Yes. I'm trying to remember who pitched.
Yeah, Union was that was Easton Roar, wasn't it?
I don't remember who pitched in that game. Again, we want to I'm going to recognize the offensive lineman for the Cougars. They've been doing an amazing job, and that is Mason McGlory, along with Dalton Clark. Both of those guys seniors, 6'2", 250 plus, big boys. Kobe Gurr, a junior for the Cougars. Alethan Sixkiller, also a senior. They've also got Brig Edwards and Zach Foote in there. All those guys. Let's see. Maybe I read that number wrong. I think there was a different number. Anyways, was it Liberton? Jace Liberton, I think. Anyways, those are you guys that are playing offensive linemen, and the offensive lineman for the Cougars doing a really good job. Despite the score, Lincoln's had plenty of time to throw the ball, as the Bears will be receiving the ball as we get started here at the second half. Again, I want to touch base on our sponsors, all of our sponsors that make this broadcast possible. As Strata Networks, they bring you more local cell sites than any other wireless provider. You can join the network with the best local coverage today and get up to $500 in credits with a qualifying trade-in. You can just visit stratanetworks.com to learn more. And remember, Strata Networks, they're happy to be the Uinta Basin's premier internet provider with speeds up to 1 gig available at nearly 6,000 locations. Again, just visit their fiber.stratanetworks.com to see if it's available in your neighborhood. United, operated by SkyWest, is committed to being the Basin's portal to the entire world of travel. Utah State University, they have options to make higher education accessible. You can get a jump start on college while in high school with a concurrent enrollment. U Tribal Enterprises, enjoy cosmic bowling at the U Lanes Family Fun Center, and U Tribal Enterprises, fastest growing tribally owned enterprises in the state of Utah. Strata Networks, along with Moon Lake Electric, proud sponsors of high school sports in the Uinta Basin, L&L Motor, Jones Paint and Glass, and Ashley Regional Medical Center. As the Cougars kicking squad will come onto the field. Kicking off for the Cougars is going to be number 44. That's Tanner Miles. Tanner Miles, just a junior for the Cougars. Haven't seen anything spectacular on the kickoffs from him.
No, field position's always been generally pretty good for Summit Academy coming off the kickoffs. But that being said, definitely kicked off once.
You got yeah. Oh, that's true too. That's true too. You wait and see the next kick. So Dodge and Clausen will be back to field the ball for Summit Academy. Cougars sideline looks sparse, doesn't it?
It does look sparse.
Miles is going to kick this one. It's going to be fielded about the 14 by Clausen. Clausen coming upfield. He crosses the 30. Makes a Hyder miss. Now he's coming back across. Raiden Dietz trying to run him down, and it's Dietz. Dietz making a nice play there by the Cougars, running Clausen down, and he gets him about the 36-yard line.
Boy, he showed a burst, didn't he? I mean, he showed good acceleration out there and cut the edge off from him, turned him back inside, let pursuit come and get him.
Well, not only that, Clausen made that cut back, and Dietz stayed with him.
Stayed with him, kept his feet, stayed low. They call that breaking somebody down. He broke him down, got in front of him, broke him down, and was able to come up, wrap up, and take the tackle.
That's the athleticism that I'm excited to see from that sophomore. So as we are underway here to start second half action, it's Briggs in the gun. He's got a tight trips formation to the left side. In the backfield with him is Brown, and he'll give it to Brown. Brown completely gets wrapped up. Lethan Sixkiller was there, along with the Roar, and I can't name them all.
A whole grunt of them, but that defensive line made a great push. I mean, got a ton of penetration and just blew the offensive line off the ball. They red run all the way.
That was Nolan Bullethead, if I've got the right numbers. Maybe that's 69. I don't know. Nope, that's him. That's Nolan Bullethead there. As Briggs on 2nd and 12 drops back to throw. He goes, and he's hit as he throws it. And that definitely disrupted the pass, incomplete.
Yeah, it looks like there was a miscommunication on the routes. The two receivers are looking at each other saying, hey, were you going for it? Were you going for it? You know, I want to point out a couple of things. Colby Hyder has been fantastic at making some big plays, but, you know, it looks like at least in my opinion, Eastern Roar has been steady, coming up with a whole bunch of tackles, playing in that middle linebacker position.
He has, and he played a lot of middle linebacker last year. Him and Hyder would switch off. As Briggs play action.
Get him.
And he's going to get sacked. He's going to try to throw this one away. He does. He completes it to Clausen there for a pretty decent.
Well,
I mean,
about
they
a
get
yard
a gain.
gain.
Is that all it was?
Yeah, about a yard gain.
All right, we'll take it. They'll take it, and they're going to punt. So the Cougars coming out and making the Bears go 3 and out. Of course, punting from the Cougar 37-yard line.
That's a big stop for Union, you know, keeping them in check the first drive of the game, or the first drive of the half. Big stop for the Cougars. They needed that.
There's the punt. Boy, that is nice spiral tight. That is high. Hyder's going to let that one go, and it is going to go into the end zone. Yes.
Well,
he went into the end zone.
It depends.
Do they allow him to be?
They've marked it down.
Yeah.
Now, I think that you have to have control if his body was in the end zone.
His
I don't
body
think that's
was in
the
the
right
end zone.
call. I don't think that's the right call by the staff out there, but they're going to leave it there. So, I mean, again, the Cougars start in the hole. They're starting on the half-yard line with a lot of distance to go to get to run the field, and they do need to move the field. Fantastic. Boy, he set that spiral. That was a good 65-yard punt.
That is Mason Schaefer, a senior for the Bears. He's got a nice kick. That's definitely he's got the skill to at least go play for a nice junior college. Little pass there to Burchell for about 7.
That's a safe pass. It's dink and dunk. You take what you can get. It gets you out of the shadow of your goalpost, so to speak.
Well, at least he doesn't have to take the snap in his own end zone, right? Now he can at least take the snap and then drop back into the end zone. Again, in the gun, trips right. Yeah, fakes pass or fake run or a play action pass there. Quick slant.
Yeah, that was a miscommunication. Hyder and Rohr both ran the same route, were right on top of each other, and I'm not sure who was in the wrong.
I think it hit Hyder in the hands.
Well, it hit Hyder, but Rohr was right behind him and probably could have had a better chance to make a grab. Hyder had to reach back a little bit for the ball.
And so it'll be 3rd and about 4. Going to go dual receivers to both sides. As there's the snap, drops back. And he's going to get pressured out here. He can't get rid of the ball. Are they going to say he fumbled it? They're going to say he was down.
Well, it's a safety.
So a safety's going to add 2 more points to the Bears, and then the Cougars will have to punt this one for their kickoff. And so with 9:58 left to go, Cougars down 36-3. We're going to go to a quick break.
I decided to attend UNSU Uinta Basin because I could stay here and keep doing what I was doing and be around my family and still be able to get the degree that I wanted.
It was important for me to stay in Vernal while taking classes and getting my degree because this is where my family's at.
It's such a great opportunity that we have here in the Uinta Basin. There's great scholarships, there's great programs, it's such an amazing campus. The instructors care about you, and having that degree has opened so many doors. It's just an opportunity you don't want to pass up.
And we are back as the Cougars now will come out onto the field to punt the ball away.
A punt or kick, their choice.
What would you do?
Well, based on what I've seen from the punter, I'd say I'd probably kick the ball at this point. It's however you can kick it the furthest. That's what you want. You put that guy on the field. Maybe they could punt, pass, and kick it. Get the cumulative.
And so, but they also have to kick from their own 20.
It looks like they're going to kick it.
They will kick. And I'm going to guess this one might get over the 50-yard line. Out there.
Yeah, let's hope. He needs to get his foot into it. I mean,
well, he's the kicker for a purpose, so he's had some good kicks. Just hasn't had some success in the last 2, and that's one is decent. There it is. There it is. That one's going to go back to the 26-yard line. Clausen fielding it. Coming across the 50, he gets back to midfield.
You know, if you're Union, you take that. You take that. You know, you shift position. Now they've started midfield, and that was a good kick, decent coverage. You take it.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, they were able to make him go 3 and out last time. If they could do another 3 and out this time, they give up 2 points on the safety and get the ball back and go back to work.
Defensive coordinator this year is same, DeCall?
Justin DeCall.
Justin DeCall.
As there's the snap to Briggs. Briggs, he's going to tuck and run. Tuck it and run. He's going to get just a few yards.
Briggs keeps the ball, runs out of bounds.
Nate Foot's lucky to be alive right here. As he was coming, there was a man coming back to crack back on him, but as he saw the quarterback going out of bounds, the Summit Academy player held up on Nate Foot because, boy, there could have been a huge collision. But that's good. You know, they give up 3 yards, hold them to 3 yards on the first down, and not only that, it showed that their pass defense, their pass coverage was good. Their defensive backs were staying with the receivers to the point where the quarterback couldn't get the ball out.
And so on 2nd and 7, Briggs again in the gun. Takes the snap. He's going to give this one to Brown. Brown makes an. Oh, that's not Brown. That's his. That's the other guy.
Brown may be done for the game. I mean, when you're up 36-3, and you're nursing that groin.
Mason Chin. Chin's
a junior.
Chin with 2 ends.
Chin with 2 ends. Junior, 5'7", 155. That's the little guy back there.
Oh, he's fast though.
Boy, look at him next to the quarterback.
He is. He's not very big compared to Briggs. Briggs,
6'2", 215. That's a big boy, and he's like I said,
and
he has
there he
pretty
goes.
good legs.
Got a first down.
You know what? That's effective running by a quarterback. You didn't take a hit. It's effective. You run to the sideline, get the first down, live to fight another day, and no harm, no foul on the body.
No, you just keep the chains moving.
That's effective running. That's if you look, Aaron Rodgers does that really well in the NFL. If you watch, he didn't take a lot of hits. He'll run out of bounds and try to be a hero. Cam Newton in his first couple of years took the hits. Now he runs out of bounds.
Now he runs out of bounds, and this one's to Chin. Chin's going to make a hit and then roll spin move off a hider inside the 15.
But a good grab by Chin. They threw it out there, and he one-handed it, kind of over the shoulder grab, and he took it in, reeled it in, and took it for a few yards.
And so Briggs in the gun, takes the snap. He's going to give to Chin. Chin around the left side. He's got Foot to beat, and well, Foot scared him down.
That's right. Credit the tackle to the 15-yard line.
I don't know. It's called the scare tactic from Foot. Foot did it. Foot did it.
Foot did it.
So it'll be 3rd and 5 now. Briggs again in the gun. He's all alone as he got 4 receivers over to the right side. And now we got a timeout taken by the Bears. And so we're also going to go to 1.
My name is Sidney Smith. I was born with a disease called Charcot-Marie tooth, and I've been a double amputee since 2015. I've always wanted to do something difficult like this, something that I could possibly fail at. My dad did it a couple times with my 2 brothers, and because of my feet, I never got a chance to do it. I also wanted to bring my 9-year-old son with me. I know he could do hard things, and I wanted to see him do it and share this moment and get closer to his grandfather, as we'll only have a few moments of time left. Kings Peak is the highest mountain in Utah, 13,527 feet. 30 miles round trip, 4,100 feet elevation gain, and no legs.
And we are back with Union High School football right here on Media 6.
Big down for the Cougars. If you're looking for progress, how far have you progressed? As a team defensively, you've given up 35 points, and they have them 3rd and 5.
Briggs in the gun, drops back, throws. It's a pass to Chin, and Chin.
Yeah.
They're going to be a, what was the,
so it's going to be
do you
illegal.
think it was a hold?
No, illegal block in the back. He was downfield, and he started blocking. A couple things you could call on that, but we'll go with the illegal block in the back on that. That's going to march him back.
All right. Well, a good penalty there for the Cougars. Not so much for the Bears, but the Bears are beating up on the Cougars at the moment.
Who would win in a fight in nature?
I don't know. A bear or
Think
cougar?
about it.
Well, cats are scared of dogs, and a bear's kind of like a dog.
Seriously? Are you going there?
Okay. Okay, you answer the question.
I'm going with a cougar.
Oh. Okay.
Because they're agile, nimble, nimbly-bimbly.
Yeah, but look, cats run from dogs.
Do they?
Yeah.
I have a funny story about that.
And they give the chin up the middle. Chin going to be tackled by, was that Foot? Nate Foot makes the tackle, and it'll be bring up 4th and short, and they're probably going to go for it, 4th and 3. All right, let's hear your story.
No, not on air.
Oh, really? Is one of those stories.
Well, some alley cats. Let's just put it this way. I had to deal with some alley cats that baited my dog into chasing him, and then they were going to gang up on her.
Hold on, Briggs going to keep it. QB keeper, look at that.
Hey, they stuff him.
That is big old Mason McGlory that made the tackle there in the middle. And the Cougars cause them to turn over on downs there. Was this in the grown-up years, or was this when you were in high school?
No, this is when I was living in Dallas. This was a few years ago. My poor dog had to come chasing after her.
What kind of dog is it?
Doesn't matter. She's decent
size. Is it a Chihuahua?
No, she's a 50-pounder.
Alley cats chasing a 50-pound dog?
No, they have a bunch of feral cats in Dallas. You don't have a mice problem in Dallas. You have a bunch of feral cats.
Cat problem.
Back to the point.
You know what? I would prefer a cat over mice.
Oh yeah, I live in Boise. I'm fixing to get a cat here pretty quick, my friend.
I can keep the cats out of my house.
All right.
Mice, I hate the fact that mice can get in the house. Never had one.
Go fight him.
All right, in the gun, he's going to keep it. Labrum taking that one up the middle. He'll get a few.
Yeah, design quarterback keeper delayed, kind of let the hole develop a little bit there. At this point, if I'm coach, do what you want with your players, but if it's my player, I'm going to protect my quarterback. And maybe I don't run that so much anymore. See what I can do. Throw the ball.
You know what? Let's try out some of your running backs and let's see what they can do. Yeah. Let's see, because sometimes you get a running back that he really shines in the game. He may not shine necessarily in practice, but boy, he shines in the game. As they give this one to Eldridge around the right side, and Eldridge is just going to get. There's nowhere to go.
Yeah, a lot of players come up with game speed. It's called game speed, right? Like how they perform. They may not run a fast 40 or something like that, but you put them in the game and they perform. So
all of a sudden, the tunnel they've got this peripheral vision that they can see everything, and man, they see the hole and they hit it.
Yeah.
True story.
True story. If I'm Union 2, you have nothing to lose. Air the ball, air it out a little bit, see what you can get downfield.
Find your speedsters and hit them.
Although they are playing off quite a bit.
3rd down, and he's going to throw this one. Intended. Oh, a nice pass, but Burchell, or that is Foot. Foot makes a leap, can't get a hold of it. As they'll bring out the punt team.
So Lincoln made a pre-snap read on that one, knowing that his guy was he wanted Foot to come open. Maybe you would have liked to seen him look him off, even if on the pre-snap read, and he looked like he stared him down a little bit on that, which is fine if you know that he's going to be coming open at the high school level. But if you're going to play the next level, you've got to look a guy off.
Well, and the defender was right in front. I mean, that's a pick 6 if he gets in front of it.
Yeah, he put it where the defender couldn't get it for sure, but...
Decent kick by Foot, but Dodge is going to fill this one inside Cougar territory. There's a flag. I'm guessing that one's against the Bears.
Yeah, it's going to be a block in the back, it looks like.
So another penalty there for the Bears. 6 minutes left to go here in the 3rd. And it is a block in the back, but that'll be it. Still, the Bears will be taking over on offense, and we're going to go to a quick break. We'll be back after this.
As my team and I have looked at all of the services we're now providing and the growth that has occurred, it's obvious to us that we're not just a local TV station anymore. And we need a name and a brand that represents us as the media company that we are today. VTV Channel 6 is now V6 Media. To me, V6 Media represents our passion, innovation, our company's vision for the future. And we can't wait to see what's next.
And we're back as Briggs, just a little QB keeper up the middle, get 2 yards here as the Bears take over after that punt. 10-yard penalty moved him back to the 50, and so 2nd and 8.
Yeah, with an offense like the Bears run, you have to play disciplined football, and they're throwing the ball over, and Rohr was the spy on the quarterback on that one. Was able to hold on to at least have his teammates help bring him down.
4 receivers to the left as Briggs is going to get out of the pocket. It collapses on him, and he gets out. Nice tackle there made by Foot.
Gonna bring up third down.
How big is Briggs, did you say?
Hey, 6'2", 215. He's a big kid.
He is a big quarterback.
He hasn't been able to show off his arm yet in terms of throwing the ball down the field, but I'd like to see what he has. Big, strong kid like that usually has a pretty strong arm.
You know, he's got a size and a feel. There's a jump by the Cougar defensive line. He's got a feel, like a size and a feel that you'd see in an Air Force quarterback.
Yeah, running options, what you're saying?
Yeah. The wishbone. Isn't he a wishbone type guy? But he's got an arm. He's
running a spread offense here in high school. How we'd run in wishbone, I don't know.
But doesn't he? That's what I see him. He's size wise.
Yeah, they usually have small quarterbacks, little 5'10" scat back dudes.
And that one is dropped, but I think it was thrown in front, so it was an incomplete pass. So that'll just make it 2nd and 10.
Yeah, the Bears picked up the first down on the penalty last time, so it's now 2nd down and 10 on that incomplete pass.
Yeah, the jump by the defensive lineman there. It was,
look at the Union defense. They played pretty well in the second half so far. Now, granted, you don't have Talmadge Brown in there, which is their playmaker. They have every right to rest him at this point, but the Union defense has played pretty well.
As trips left, as Briggs drops back, he's going to throw deep, going deep to his man, and there is pass interference.
I'm going to call offense. That looked like an offensive. He looks like he pushed off.
The only thing I saw was I did see Neberker kind of get a hold of Jersey. So.
Yeah, well, and at high school, they'll never make the offensive pass interference call ever. I've never seen it.
Gonna be rare, probably, isn't it? Colby Hyder trying to fight Neberker's case there. And so it will be a penalty against the Cougars, a 15-yard penalty. And so it'll be another first down for the Bears. So Briggs going to have 2 backs in the backfield there with him. Chin and number 3. I don't even know who that is. And he's going to give it up the middle.
Yeah, you can see the fatigue on the Union line at this point. I mean, they're just getting a big old push from the Summit Academy lines, getting a big push. And those guys are going both ways. Those big boys are going both ways, and you can see the fatigue. It's the first game of the season, too. They're not necessarily in complete game shape at this point. So, again, you have to develop more people to make sure you're filling those lines. It's tough sledding, though. When you're in a small school, everybody has to play their part, and with 2 starters out, who both would be playing defensive line.
So Briggs' snap, quick slant across the middle, makes the catch there. That's number 17, Kupek. So another first down and inside the 5-yard line.
That was a pretty crafty route they ran on that. They ran a guy out, delayed him on the flare route, and it caused Hyder to go cover him, and then left the crossing route wide open. Excuse me, the slant route wide open.
Boy, it is still warm weather outside, isn't it?
It is.
We enjoy the air condition now of this new booth.
It's pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie, it's pretty good up here.
Hey, I got a text from my brother saying that a cougar gets torn up by a bear, but in reality, they just leave each other alone.
They don't touch each other.
They play nice together,
world, do they?
Yeah.
Chin getting close. He gets right to the goal line. They're going to mark that a yard short. So it'll be 2nd and goal now. And if they do score, it'll be the, what do you call it, the hurry-up rule?
Mercy
rule. We call it the hurry-up, okay?
You know. I'm at your mercy. Oh, keep him out.
Did he? Did they?
No, they kept him out.
They kept him out.
Penetrate. When you're on the defense, when you're on the goal line and you're back up against your old goal line, the biggest key to that is you got to get penetration because that disrupts the whole movement of the play. If somebody's pulling or they're running it, some kind of counter motion, if you get penetration, you disrupt everything.
And the Cougar defense does that as Briggs again in the gun. Wonder what they're doing with that little slot back. They're going to use him to block as Briggs trying to get in. Does he do it? He does. Touchdown for the Bears. And so the mercy rule will kick in. That clock only will stop on what? Out of bounds and does it stop on out of bounds?
No, it doesn't stop on out of bounds.
It only stops on change of possession. Change of possession. That's it.
And that's okay at this point. We'll take it.
Well,
Well, but again, maybe not, because if you're a coach, you want to give these guys reps, live reps in a game. And that's how you get better as a football team. Actually playing against somebody who you don't see every single day in practice, and that's what Union needs. You know, I don't think Union's too far away. 2 starting offensive linemen and some, starting defensive linemen, figuring out your identity, and then also Union has to establish their feature back. And I think Eldridge I don't know if this is a good game to judge him off of that, based on the fact that you do have a couple guys out and you're playing a really good team. So finding their identity, but along with that, I don't think you judge the Union in general off of this game. I think that there's more in the tank.
I'm going to agree with you.
Thank you.
That sounds optimistic.
Hey, that bottle is a third full.
Yes, it is. As the Cougars will come out to. All right, so that is number 5 there. That is Harding. Colton Harding back to receive, along with Raiden Dietz. We'll be back to catch take the kickoff. I swear I keep feeling water. Is it raining? Oh, we're getting a little sprinkle out there.
So if I'm Coach Labrum again, I want to keep my players in there for a while. I want to keep getting them some reps, some live reps. At this point, it's a good practice.
Did you see number 73 over across the field? Dude, he was doing that better than the cheerleaders were.
Oh, it's impressive. And
it was really impressive, actually.
I'm glad we're covering that.
I was watching that. That was interesting. There's a kick. That's going to be fielded by Dietz, and he hands it to Harding for a nice little trickery.
Hey, that's how it's done. Remember the first kickoff, but that's how it's done, gentlemen.
I do. Harding picks up some good yardage there for the Cougars, and they'll have some decent field position here. Start this drive off. So with 2:32 left to go in the third, they will take the field. Lincoln Labrum still in at quarterback with Eldridge in the backfield with him. Receiver on this side, is that number 12? That's a different number.
12. Did you see that? The Bears didn't have their players up to line of scrimmage. They all ran at the end and still were able to make the tackle. They weren't even lined up properly on that. Union has to be able to take advantage of something like that. I'd like to see Lincoln show his arm off a little bit more here downfield.
A couple of different receivers in here. Mather and then Barnes are the receivers out there, along with Foot and Hyder, as Lincoln is going to use a little arm there to Foot. That is a
perfect.
That was straight up pass interference there. Number 24, Mason Chin, who's also been playing some halfback, gave Foot a push before the ball came in.
Yeah, it was perfect. That was well done. He came in and drew the pass interference penalty on that. That was a good-looking ball. And like I said, I think Lincoln need to air the ball out a little bit more downfield. Maybe create some space. It's starting to get a little congested up inside.
I still think you go to the spot of the foul on those pass interferences. That guy comes in not unblocked, but Labrum able to dodge him and delivers the ball to Barnes over in the right flat.
Yeah, it's double standard. It's from a holding penalty, then it's from the spot of the foul, but a pass interference is not from the spot of the foul.
Exactly.
Double standards here.
Exactly.
Not cool.
It's like they're not giving the offense a chance.
I'm going to have to talk to somebody.
You do. You need to do that. So it'll be 2nd and 8. Going to go trips left. Labrum in the gun. As he's going to roll left, looking downfield. Quick throw, that's to Foot. Foot makes the grab.
I like it.
3 guys to bring him down. And way to hold on to the ball there.
Boy, looks like he got his bell rung. He pulls himself out of the game, but that was a good grab. He ran a good route, and I like that with Lincoln. They moved the pocket a little bit, moving to his right and through, and he had good mechanics on that. He followed the ball. He ran towards where he threw the ball.
I really like with Foot. Foot, I'm not going to say the guy's the most athletic guy on the team or anything, but he's one of those guys that he's just works hard, tries hard, does really good things. And incomplete pass there. Flag thrown. It's some sort of pass interference.
Yeah, did you see Chase Burchell? He tried to tip it up to himself. That was a basketball move, trying to grab a rebound over somebody.
Yeah. Was it offensive pass interference? It was defensive.
So I don't know if you remember a couple years ago, they had Christian, the title, what's his name? I can't think of his last name.
Lamas?
Yeah, Christian Lamas.
Just left on a mission.
Yeah, Christian Lamas and Easton Roar, and they ran a double tight set, and they moved the ball really effectively, and they have Foot and Roar kind of playing the same position. It'd be interesting to see what they could do if they could get both those guys on the field. But last year I didn't see a tight end with his hand in the ground the whole time. And 2 years ago, they did put their hand in the ground. So we'll see. It would be interesting to see if they can come up with something.
They haven't done that for a while, have they?
No, they haven't.
Well, that's going to do it for us at the end of the third quarter. It's Bears on top, 43-3 over the Cougars. We'll be back after this break. And we are back as I couldn't hear what you were saying. Mark Winterton along with Ryan Luke as the Cougars going to come. They're down inside Bear territory. 1st and 10 from the 25. And Lincoln's going to go deep. He's got Roar all alone. Touchdown.
He was wide open. He ran a he ran a post flag route, and he was wide open, waited for it. Lincoln didn't overthrow him, and it was a nice grab. Took it all the way to the ground for the touchdown.
Had to do it twice. That was awesome.
Take what we can get at this point.
Yeah, I know. Cougars will try to add an extra point on here. Braden Neberker to hold, Tanner Miles to kick. So first play of the fourth, and the Cougars get a touchdown on the board. Miles adds one, and they're down 43-10 here.
You know what I really liked about that play, besides the fact that it was a touchdown? Lincoln Labrum stepped into his throw, and it was a good-looking ball. He put it on the money. It arced, and it had the tip was pointing down as it came down and fell into Roar's arms. Obviously, Roar just had to run a good route, dropped his man, and caught it in the end zone. But I really like the mechanics on that throw, and I think that that's something they can build on.
I was a little worried that Roar was going to go, hey, is anyone around me?
I know that kid. I would have had to whip knots on his head, as my father used to say.
And so the Cougars now will kick off. Oh.
Sorry, Joanne. I forgot. I wasn't sure what he went by.
Oh, he's where's he at? He's in the MTC. Yeah, he's in the Mexico MTC. So you made Joanne's night, Ryan.
He was a good football player. He was a heck of a linebacker. I really liked watching Lamas play. Good sideline to sideline speed, hit like a brick. Good kid, for the most part.
It was good times. Good times. As Tanner will, a little bit of rain out there. You can't see it, but it is coming down.
Well, this is the storm that caused all the delays out on the Wasatch Front. It's rolling towards eastern Utah now. Obviously, it's here.
Oh, don't say that. I got to run tomorrow.
Ooh, muddy.
Muddy. Tanner Miles to kick. And they are going to onside kick it as they just get on the ball and into the turf.
Less than desirable.
Yeah, you wanted to see something a little more exciting, right?
Well, they changed the rules on this now. You can't block. That was one of the rules. Remember, we talked about this. On the onside kick, you can't send a gunner down to block the guy who's going to grab it. He has to be able to have a fair chance to grab it or something like that. So onside kicks are going to look a lot different this year, all over in the game of football. Speaking of game of football, how about the new tackling rules in the NFL? Familiar with
You're
those?
gonna have to you're
Enlighten
gonna have to enlighten me here.
You cannot lead with your helmet, nor if you're on the offense, you can't put your helmet down to lead with your helmet. Anything leading with your helmet, that's a penalty now.
That's probably a really good. It's a really good one. They got a different quarterback in. I don't even know who this guy is. 14.
14.
That is Striker Broberg. He's another senior. He's a 150-pound, 6-foot senior.
Lanky.
He doesn't look that. Man, what it was like to be in high school again. 140 pounds at 6 foot.
I can't remember. You know, seriously, the last time I weighed 140 pounds, probably 5th grade.
Cougars with 5 linemen here. And Broberg's going to keep it.
Roar had him wrapped up and just looked like he was riding a bull, got whipped off the backside of him.
Along with Hyder and Bull ahead.
At this point, Summit Academy just running the clock out. Look, talking about Summit Academy, good team. Obviously, they have a good team. And if you're looking on the sidelines, obviously, they don't look like they have a ton of depth either. Not a lot of kids are over there. They're a team that could go a long ways as long as they stay healthy. This is a team that needs to stay healthy. And I just look at the talent. Talmadge, Brown, Briggs, some of those guys.
Little screen pass there to Chin. Chin makes a nice move. He's got a first down. And, oh, nice hit there by Colton Harding.
That 3A South's loaded, though. They have to play some pretty dang good teams in the 3A South, and that's where Summit Academy is. I mean, my pick, I'm looking at Juan Diego. It's going to be between Juan Diego and Summit Academy again, and that should be fun. In fact, when that one's on, I think they'll stream it live on probably KSL. It'd be a fun one to watch.
So Broberg in the gun, and he'll fake the handoff. Goes nice little pass, and that is a tackle made by Colby Hyder.
Looks like it was an incomplete pass. He dropped it.
Oh, did he drop that? Oh, it's the turf. 85. He's a stocky guy, isn't he? It's Porter Galvin, just a sophomore for the Bears.
Coach Hamilton's system, he runs a really effective system. He gives you multiple looks. You know, they'll run 3 tight, 3 wide. Everything does come out of the shotgun. I don't think I've seen a quarterback under center all night. But Coach Hamilton's system is very effective. Like I said, a couple state championships. Coach at Pleasant Grove. Turned that Pleasant Grove team around. Turned them into a competitor.
Well, it is Teacher Appreciation Night here at Union High School on this new field, and so all of the players actually had an opportunity to turn in a name of a teacher that has affected them in their life, and so those teachers came onto the field with them.
Fumbled the snap.
Yeah, he does get it to his back into Brown, Caden Brown. Wonder if he's related to Talmadge. They're going to bring on Schaefer to punt. This kid's fun to watch punt. We'll see if he does anything different here, where they're inside the 50 as Caden Hyder goes back to receive.
Getting some feedback, Mark. They say we're funny together. We're knuckleheads.
Schaefer doesn't put this one as high as he did, and Caden Hyder fields it. Comes across the 20, takes it up to the 24. Who's telling us we're knuckleheads?
Doesn't matter. The fact is we are.
We're under 8 minutes left to go. The Cougar offense taking the field down 10-43. Like to see another score here.
Man, as a punt returner, Caden Hyder got under that. I'm glad he caught it. He has good hands. I'm going to give him that. But talk about the most terrifying position in football.
Oh, yeah.
Returning punts, man. You have your head up and you're looking at the ball,
you
tracking
don't know where
that
that ball's going to go, too. I mean, in that case, Schaefer, we've seen him punt it where it's a lot higher. This one a little more of a line drive, not necessarily still high, but Hyder had to run up on it. A depth perception there as Lincoln takes the snap, drops back. He's looking down.
Good time.
Now he goes. There it is. Wide open Russell. And
overthrew him.
Lincoln goes way over him. Russell was wide open.
Man, if you're a quarterback and you have to send your man downfield, tell him you're going to throw at that, and he just didn't do it, but he had him wide open. Again, if you're on the if you're going and you point downfield, that means go. If you're receiving, you see your quarterback go, it means you turn and run to the end zone.
I think Russell was going, hey, I'm
I'm right
wide
here.
open. Just give me the ball. Let me take it.
Yeah, he didn't throw it to him. He threw it to where you thought that he should have ran to.
Yeah. And so an incomplete pass there. It'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Cougars from their own 24. There's the snap. Lincoln looking downfield. Looking. He's got plenty of time. Plenty of time. Holy cow, he's got so much time.
Just got it. Throw it. Turn it. Point. You got to point your man downfield.
Go somewhere. Go somewhere. Go to Dietz. And he does, and Dietz he can't get to it. He overthrows him. So now it'll bring up 3rd down.
I don't think I've ever seen it, probably since the state championship year in 1993, an offensive line give a quarterback at Union that much time. That was incredible.
Phenomenal, huh? Yeah,
without a holding penalty, of course.
Well, and you do have to remember, I don't know how many starters are in there for the defensive line.
And they're only rushing 3.
Yeah. And that's why he's plenty. That's why the coverage. They're covered.
Yeah. Look how deep they are. They're running 2 safeties. Their outside corners are 20 yards off.
Labram's going to keep this one and run it up the middle. He's got room. Nice blocking down the left side. He makes a man miss, and he's across the 50. 1st down for the Cougars. So instead, he does picks up some yardage with his feet, as has a couple of incomplete passes.
Yeah, Summit Academy playing that prevent defense, and that's what you do. You have the inside open. It funnels everything to the inside and keeps the clock running, but Lincoln takes advantage of that, uses his legs.
Well, Strata Networks is looking for an internet connection while you're out and about, if you are. As he's looking. There's Russell. Russell across the 40. Nice spin move. Down to the 30, inside to the 27. Ryan Russell with a nice little move. The sophomore making a move.
Making a move. Hey,
making a move.
But again, here we go. This is Union utilizing game speed, game time. I don't care who they're playing against, but this is good practice. You have to build momentum off of this, and I think they're doing the right thing. Move the ball.
They found the connection. And while you're out and about, Strata Networks reminds you that they have nearly 20 hotspot locations in the basin, so you can stay connected in more places than ever. That was Burchell with the catch. 8 yards.
It's a good timing route. Lincoln showed some good zip on the ball on that one.
Hey, I want to see another air attack here so that I can play my horn.
And I want to see you play your horn.
You want to see me toot the horn here?
Just tooting your own horn there, big guy.
Strata Networks also excited to be hosting their 3rd annual Strata Gaming Series event. Have you been to the Gaming Series event?
No, but I've heard it's pretty cool.
Oh, man, it is. You can gather your friends, join them for a fun-filled day of virtual reality, team tournaments, all that kind of stuff. As that is Hyder.
Hyder makes a great move on the inside. Cuts back, makes a guy miss. It's our impact player. Caden Hyder coming to play. Scores a touchdown. A nice Lincoln made a good read. Hyder came in, settling into that zone at the soft spot, and as soon as he caught it, turned, went upfield. I like seeing that. I like seeing Hyder make people miss. That's what he's good at doing.
That was nice.
Well, could have been better.
Could have been better. They, you bobble a snap. It's only 1 point. No big deal. Cougars down 43-16 here.
Well, when you're down 43-16, it's a big. It's kind of a big deal.
It's 1 point, Ryan.
It is.
Ashley Regional Medical Center welcoming Dr. Tyler Moore, orthopedic surgeon. Dr. Moore did an additional fellowship, year-long special training in sports medicine, and begins seeing patients on August 27th. As at Ashley Regional Medical Center. And Jones Paint and Glass, they sell high-quality paint with thousands of colors to choose from. The interactive color workstation can help you find the right colors for your projects. Let's also talk about the L&L Motor and Moon Lake Electric, proud sponsors of all of Uinta and Duchesne County schools. Proud sponsor of high school sports here in the Uinta Basin. L&L Motor and Moon Lake Electric. Speaking of L&L Motor, they sponsored our tailgating festivities tonight along with Berry Petroleum. It was fun.
It was good stuff.
Fact, speaking of, I've got a football right here of, check those out. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool football.
That is. It's a Baden.
A Baden. Go deep, Ryan.
got this. No, on the game. On the field afterwards.
After
I'll go run some routes, son.
we're going to go run some routes. As Tanner
here we go
Miles kicking
again.
the onside kick. And he jumps on it. He's safe.
Could have been better.
Could have been. Always.
Always better.
Until they get it.
Yeah.
So under 4 minutes to play. The Cougars down 43-16. And United operated by Sky West. Here is they're committed to being the Basin's portal to the entire world of travel. Book your flight from Vernal to Denver and beyond at united.com.
I'm going to put a dib in for that airport. Hey, utilize that Vernal Airport. Let me tell you what, when I was living in Dallas and I didn't want to drive all the way from Salt Lake to Roosevelt, I would funnel right through the Vernal Airport. It was awesome, quick and effective. I always flew through Denver.
Decent flights, too, as far as the rate. We got a different quarterback in Garlick. He's a sophomore. Joe Garlick takes the snap, and he's going to give to his running back here. Left side, there's a flag thrown. I'm guessing that's a hold. Is that running back number 5 or 6? See, why can't I see there? Now I can see it 5.
Hey,
That's Caden Brown.
I got asked to say hello to my 2 sons, Ethan and Dylan.
Ethan and Dylan.
Back in Boise, Idaho.
Ethan and Dylan, here's to you. You guys should be in bed. What are you doing up? You can't be listening to your dad right tonight.
Oh, this is early. They're night owls. They take after their mom. Well, actually, I have one that takes after their mom. He's a night owl. She's a night owl.
She likes the nightly festivities.
Oh, buddy. And the other one, you put him to bed and you closes his eyes and he actually snores. He's in deep sleep.
He's like, I'm ready for bed.
Twin 6-year-olds. Good luck with that.
Holding penalty takes this one back a ways. And so Garlick in the gun. Garlick. Do you think?
Yeah, he likes it. He likes garlic.
He likes garlic.
There's a garlic. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Oh, the Cougar defense getting a loss. They're stopping him in the backfield for a loss. So now it's 2nd and what is that?
Looks like
my math's not very good. Can you count that up for me?
Dan. 22.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it looks like the Cougs got some substitutes in there, but this is good. Again, you have to establish that depth, get some guys some playing time.
Little pass over there in the flat. He makes a nice little move, and that's going to be tackled by number 71 for the Cougars. Number 71 is, I got to look that one up. Oh, that's Rafe Swain. Mr. Rafe Swain. Rafe is a sophomore for the Cougars.
Good playing time. We talked about it before with some of your starters. Now you have some of your backups in, but getting those good reps during the game, that's what you want from these guys.
Good reps, meaning letting them play a full series. Yeah,
play
stride.
all out, hit your guy, make some reads, execute the defense that's put in place for you, and then, on offense, if you get a chance, do it on offense.
We got Ryan Russell playing defensive back right here as a sophomore. He's been playing both ways for the Cougars. Just an athlete. As Garlic. Garlic. I don't know. It doesn't have. Well, you tell me how it's spelled or how it's said. It's garlic with a K at the end.
I think that's a great name. So if his parents are listening or watching, and his family and friends, you got a cool name, by the way.
Garlic.
Garlic.
Okay.
I know it's exotic.
Exotic.
Well, now timeout. Union. Summit Academy's going for it. I don't blame them, but man, Union confused.
All over the place. They're going to take a timeout, and so are we. With 42 seconds left in the game, we're going to go to a quick break.
Another school year is starting with backpacks, notebooks, and germs. Are your students protected? Immunizations are required for kindergarten and 7th grade. And don't forget flu and HPV vaccine prevention. It's wise to immunize.
Moon Lake Electric was organized in 1938 as a rural electric cooperative by residents of northeastern Utah. We are proud to support the television coverage of Uinta Basin High School sports.
Well, we are back, and we're about done. This game about wrapped up. Mark Winterton and Ryan Luke joining me for the Union's home regular season opener. It's 4th down, and it looks like the Bears are going to go for it. Speaking of going for it, USU has options to make higher education accessible. You can get a jump start on college while in high school with concurrent enrollment, or Keep your day job and earn a college degree locally.
Go for it.
Go for it.
You can do it.
Well, they did, and they didn't get anything, but that doesn't mean nothing at Utah State University. Visit unabasin.usu.edu for more information or call 722-1700 to learn more.
And go for it.
And go for it. Well, Ute Tribal Enterprises, fastest growing tribally owned enterprise in the state of Utah. We talked about their Ute Lanes Family Fun Center. It's awesome. So they're a proud sponsor of high school sports. And, of course, definitely a big thanks to Media 6 allowing us to broadcast.
That's the word.
We have a – I know.
That's a tough one.
I know. Well, at the same time, I was thinking, hey, Union's back on the field. We're going to score. 36 seconds.
36 seconds. See if they can go for it. They have 2 timeouts.
Let's get an air raid here.
That's right.
Go deep.
Looks like they're going to rush 2. Well, there we go. There's the 3rd defensive line.
There he comes. As he got knocked down. This is Henry Barnes. He'll make the grab, go out of bounds for about a 4 or 5 yard gain. So 43-16. Clock will continue to run. And
oh, geez.
There's the snap.
Well, it looks like they're not going to call it. Nobody was set on that play.
Oh.
Whoa.
Way overthrown.
No, right through his hands. It was right to him.
Was it right through the hands?
About hit him in the face mask.
Oh, Bradley Mather there. And that's going to do it for us tonight. Union coming away with a loss, 43-16 against Summit Academy. You know, we were hoping for a different outcome. We were hoping for something close, but we talked about Summit Academy being fairly tough.
Yeah, good team.
Observations tonight.
You're playing one of the top 3 teams in the state. You know, you're playing one of the top 3 teams in the state in your first game of the season.
In 3A.
In 3A, of course, and it's your first game of the season. And honestly, I mean, I'm looking at Union. They did a lot of things really well. They were actually crisper than the score shows, and I think that they can hang their hat on that, knowing that they played a great team, and build some momentum. I think their passing game is going to be just fine, and I think they need to work on the run game and really solidifying that. But again, they were crisper than the score shows. Moving forward, I think they have a chance to make some noise if they keep getting better.
I'm gonna talk about the offensive line. As far as the Cougars go, their offensive line looked really tough. I thought they looked tight, and that was the strong spot tonight. That's the thing that you're going to go forward with, saying, hey, this offensive line, they gave Lincoln plenty of time in the backfield. Now Summit Academy wasn't blitzing a whole lot, and they only had a lot of times only 3 rushing, but still, line did a good job, and we'll go with that.
Yeah, well, and even in the beginning of the game when it was tighter, that offensive line was producing really well. I will say this, in pass blocking they did a good job, but run blocking they need to establish that line of scrimmage a little bit better, and hopefully let their backs hit the hole with a little bit more speed and blow their guys off the ball.
Well, next week the game will be aired on. You'll be able to hear that one on the radio over in North St. Pete. But we'll be back here again in 2 weeks. Mountain View. It's a free game for all. So if you're in the area, boy, come down and enjoy this good times. What just happened? Did those flags just all blow over? Did you see that?
I did.
Little bit of wind out there.
Microburst.
Yeah, like a microburst just blew everything over. Anyway, it was almost like a dominoes. Anyways, yeah, in 2 weeks, Mountain View. That's September 7th. Right? Is that 2 weeks? Am I thinking? No.
3.
Sure, we're 3 weeks. 2 weeks. We're going to be at UNA, huh?
Yeah.
I'm looking at Kobe. He's going, what? We're at UNA in 2 weeks, and we will be airing that one right here on Media 6, so you can check in, watch live, but also it'll be at in Vernal. So fun game, Union UNA. UNA getting beat tonight against Tooele. Cougars coming away with a loss here. So in 2 weeks, we'll see where they're going to be at. Cougars play North St. Pete next week. Anything else to add, Ryan?
You know, I'm impressed with the Cougars. They have a chance to be a solid team this year. They just need to keep their heads up. This is a tough loss, but all in all, I think they'll be okay.
All right.
I do think they'll be okay.
Words of wisdom from Ryan. We'll talk to you probably next week. But with that, Mark Winterton, Ryan Luke, and of course all of our sponsors here at Media 6, Ashley Regional Medical Center, Jones Paint and Glass, L&L Motor, Moon Lake, Strata Networks, United, operated by SkyWest, along with Utah State University and Ute Tribal Enterprises. And, of course, Media 6. Thank you for listening. And, of course, thank you for all of our sponsors giving us this opportunity to bring you this broadcast. We're out of here.